What is up, guys? This is HydroxideAnt, and welcome to episode 6. Yeah, 6, one more than 5, of Background Noise. Today we are joined by our normal ensemble of Circuit Breaker and Lyrical Phoenix.
Hey!
And we have a special, quote-unquote special, guest. He likes to go by Digital Ghost, Cash Money, his real name, which I'm not going to say. And, yeah, that's about it. Okay, and Tom Cardy. And, so, that's about it. He's our guest today. He's going to be the most, how do I say,
special,
colorful guest we've had.
That's a great word, actually.
Is it coming through right?
Wait, what? Yeah, you're coming through good, man. You're good.
Does it sound better than it did before?
You sound amazing, my
sounds
friend.
way better.
You sound
Awesome,
amazing.
cool. Yeah, I'm using fucking studio microphones and shit. I got a pop filter and everything.
Dude,
I feel advanced, but it's also blocking half of my computer screen because I'm short.
I'm extremely jealous.
Hey, he's got a nice setup. I like it.
I'd like to point out right now that I am 100% sober. Wink.
Wink, wink.
Wink,
Hey,
wink.
Tom, so am I. Wink, wink.
I was trying to gargle into it.
I am hunting for an asterisk.
All right.
That was water.
Well,
Sure.
I'm a certified mixologist. Alright, leave me alone.
he's a certified. Yeah, little known fact about him, about our little guy here as our guest. He passed his bar exam.
Yeah, HydroxideAnt. Can I use your real names or no?
You can use our real names.
Alright, whatever. Anthony helped me study for my... I'm trying to move my mic, sorry. It's in my foot. Anthony helped me study.
Yeah, I did.
In class one day, and I was very, very grateful of his help.
So, hey, you could go into...
It was a major contribution.
Yeah, I was a major contribution to Tom's bar career. Yeah.
It was just supporting my alcoholism.
Dude, no matter what you do, man, I support you, man. Dude, I got your back,
Who's
homie.
doing the slow clap?
Hi, I believe that's Mark. It's always me.
It's always him. Marco,
What have I gotten myself into?
you
don't know
man,
yet.
you volunteered.
He needs to be asked the questions.
Oh, is that how we want to start the show? Okay,
That's how
fine.
we always start the show with a new guest.
All right, Tom.
Alright.
I don't know. Let's see what your answer is to this.
Wait
All
a
right.
second, are these the two questions which I loathe?
Yes.
Of course.
Of course. Yes. Okay. Here's
Every time.
scenario number 1. This is the first question of the 2 questions you'll be asked. Okay.
Alright.
You picture this. You're married. You have a wife. Your significant other, someone you've been with for a while. You have an opportunity to have sex with them, but
Absolutely.
No, wait, listen.
Absolutely.
Tom,
If
I didn't finish. Okay. But the catch is that you guys have to switch bodies. Do you do it?
Oh, awesome. Absolutely.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. I finally have someone on my side with this. Thank you.
I have gender dysphoria, so it's alright. I
See,
don't mind.
okay. Jake and Mark are so against this. It's not even funny.
I'm not... Okay.
Like, they said
Let me
no.
give you this question now.
You're saying I wouldn't.
Yes,
Let me
exactly.
give you this question before we persist.
Okay.
You're in an alternate universe.
Yes.
And you meet... I probably asked you this
Yes,
before.
you have.
You're in... this goes for everyone now, I guess. We'll start with Ant.
Alright, sorry, mate.
You're in an alternate universe, and you meet the female equivalent of you. Same interests, same everything, it's just a chick.
Yes.
Same relative features. I mean, she doesn't have the same face or whatever, but it's got the same complexion in a female sense. You know, she's not ugly like
exactly.
a chick with a dude face. You know,
Yeah.
she has the same hair color, I guess, and the same.
But she would be
curliness of it or whatever.
in her own way
Would you-
attractive. Of course.
Yeah, would you fuck her?
Huh.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I guess. I mean. Okay. Does
I guess.
this somehow affect the time-space continuum?
No, it doesn't. Don't think anything like it's going to fuck up time and
Okay.
space or anything. No, it's
No,
just
okay.
she's there.
Okay.
Here's
then,
the thing, though. I would even fuck the male me. I'm not gay or anything. I'm perfectly straight, but I think I'm fucking gorgeous. This podcast is rated R for real badass.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a disclaimer on this one and put 18
please
plus.
do. I am vulgar.
Yes, we acknowledge the existence of
100%
sex in this
sober.
podcast.
Yeah,
Therefore,
he
did say that he was a colorful person.
He is a colorful.
Why are we all talking over each other?
Okay, I'm sorry. Jake, were you saying something? Jake, were you
Okay,
saying
Jacob
something?
first.
Yeah, go ahead.
What?
You explain your answer.
Oh, my answer?
We're
Yes.
explaining answers now.
Yeah, we can. I want him to. I want to see why he said it.
I guess I would because, I mean, I already have like a myth, like a
Tom, I know what you're gonna say.
figure, so I
Tom.
guess it would work.
I have a lovely figure, a luxurious body. I'm drop dead gorgeous, and I have luxurious orange muscles.
What?
I wrote that down like in like my cooking class this year. I had like
Snooki?
yeah, pretty much.
Yep,
Well, no,
yep.
in my cooking class, we had to write down like our 3 like strengths and weaknesses, and this was supposed to be pertaining to cooking class, but I just decided to go with the fuck it route.
Yeah.
And I wrote my 3 strengths. I'm drop dead gorgeous. I have luxurious orange muscles, and I have the blood of Guy Fieri and Emerald running through my veins. And then for weaknesses, I put probably not. Not with a T because fuck it.
That's great. That's great. Okay, I'll explain mine real quick, and then I'll ask you question number 2. Hey, it can be summed up in one sentence. I like to show myself a good time. That's it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so question number 2. I'm kind of hoping you'll at least give this some thought, like unlike these 2 again.
Wow.
What? What is
You asked Jacob, you asked Tom, and you asked yourself.
Hey Mark, what is your elaborative answer
Okay.
to the question I
didn't-
asked about having sex
Okay,
with
fine.
yourself in an alternate universe?
All right, sorry, Mark.
Tom, I'm agreeing with you. I'm drop dead gorgeous.
Exactly, right?
Seriously, come on.
I mean, I think we all had valid answers and reasons. So, yeah, I think we're good here.
This is probably
that's
completely straying from the way this normally works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
But
I
in a
mean,
good way.
I'll be honest, I feel like every episode went off in different directions anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think one
Right.
episode has gone in the same direction.
I don't think it's probably gone this far, has it? I mean, I've listened.
No.
No,
occasionally.
probably not, but I think I like this tempo. I like it.
Yeah,
We're gonna put this, we're gonna make this, background noise, like, with spice.
Alright, here's a quick question real quick.
Alright,
I just dropped a goldfish on the ground. The snack, not a fucking...
I was gonna say, well, pick it up. It's going to die.
5-second rule. We know it's not real, but let's just say it was.
Yeah.
I had to, like, scoop it up so it dragged against the ground a little more, but it was still within 5 seconds. If the 5-second rule was real, would that still be alright to eat if I dragged it on the ground like that?
It depends. It's your room. Do you trust your floor?
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
then no. I was gonna say no, it is not.
Nom, 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 nom.
He ate it anyway, got it.
I legitimately just did eat it. The noise.
Okay. Okay. Tony, second question.
Question number 2. Okay,
Question
Tom. You are on a stranded island and you have a mermaid with you.
I fucked her.
Is it
One sec.
wait,
Wait.
is the top half human or is the bottom half human?
I love this question. I think this is usually the question I ask either after or before I ask the question I did before.
Okay.
Ask
What's your answer?
I would absolutely take the bottom half because
Yes,
why not?
Tom is
I mean,
the man.
Here's the thing though, the
Yes.
Little Mermaid, Ariel, she fucked that prince dude. He was just a human guy, and he was 100% all right with her bottom half being a fish, and that was displayed in a Disney movie. Why can't I be like that?
Yep. That's great.
Wait, Tony, he's going against you here.
Yeah, I know. I just realized that.
Wait, you would take the top half as a fish?
No, I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
he would.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No. I said no. My answer is top half human.
That was the best thing.
No,
I
my
gave the most straightforward answer.
That is
Who was it?
disgusting. You have to look her in the eyes when you finish. So you.
well. Okay,
Tom,
time
you're
out,
awesome,
Tom.
dude.
Time out.
You're
Time out.
awesome.
Time out.
Thank you.
My answer is top half human. That was my answer.
Just hearing.
No, that wasn't your answer.
Yes, it was. I
That was
argued.
not your answer.
No, I
That's
argued.
Nice that
No,
I-
Mark,
I'm
listen to
not
me.
seeing, 'cause
I
would look
argued
pretty
the
atrocious right now.
I argued the bottom half because no one else did. and I wanted to make it interesting because
Oh, you have to be
everyone.
that guy, don't you?
I want every argument made. That's about it for that.
I'd like to reiterate, I'm 100% sober and 100% sexy.
I mean,
I can't. The second part's a lie. I know for a fact. So there's a great chance the first
Let's
part.
just say both are a lie.
Well, let's go with it.
To be alone forever.
All right. Well, Jake. You want to talk about creepypastas today, right?
Oh, yes.
Go for it. Talk about it.
Well, I mean, I didn't expect it to be so abrupt. I mean...
All right,
No,
fine.
because it's
All right, fine. Blah, 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 blah. Talk about it.
Wow.
Well, sir.
Happy?
I did find one.
Okay, thank you.
I did find one for you to read, Anthony, that honestly I've never seen before. Never even read it before, so I don't know what to expect here. It's only about I guess 6-7 minutes long though.
6-7
And
minutes.
I'm just judging by looking at the text, so.
Tom, if you didn't know, every podcast I read a creepypasta.
Oh, fuck. Maybe this is a good time for my bathroom break.
If you
No, Tom, this is your time to get over your fears.
Listen, I've faced a lot of my fears, and let me tell you, it sucks to face them.
does,
But no, let me tell you, the first time I read Ben Drowned, I was horrified that night, and I had to go to a dinner party at my aunt's house. It was so bad.
Why don't you, to be honest?
Drowned because it's,
It wasn't even that scary. It was just like, I grew up playing Zelda, so it hurt me.
Yeah,
Oh, that.
Ben was all alone,
Yeah, fuck that.
just like me.
Wait, what?
Just like me too. Can we do an I-5? It's like a high five, but through the computer. Just push your hand up to your screen. We'll know. We can.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Jake,
feel it.
Jake, give me a bro
Yeah,
fist right now.
I got you.
All right, Jake, bro fist, put it up to your webcam.
Okay, I guess. I don't think this works.
It worked. I feel it. I feel
put
it.
a video up to it.
No, I'm not putting
No.
a video. No.
He's reading
You're
it.
listening?
To
He's
what?
reading.
Oh,
Read
good.
it.
Read it then. Yeah, because
To-
people on YouTube who read usually suck because they usually try way too hard to sound spooky.
Oh, I sound
Like
exactly
the
the
guy
opposite.
who read
than
the Russian sleep experiment. I want to fucking punch that guy in the
Oh my. Yeah, no, I didn't like the
like the
video,
most popular guy. I don't know.
But when I read that Russian sleep experiment, oh my god, what the hell?
What was it about?
Alright. The only one I've read plenty, but
Wanna know what's funny?
What?
Did you say the Russian sleep experiment?
yeah.
Okay, because I have a link where I'm reading it from, and to the right there's an ad for a featured story, and it's the Russian sleep experiment.
That's experimentception.
Okay, wait, let's read the
That's the third time
creepypasta.
I made that joke today.
All right,
But
hang on.
Oh wait, sorry, Jake. What were you saying?
Tom, when you say trying to sound spooky though, do you mean like spooky as in like trying to make everything sound too serious, or do you mean like in character?
They lower their voices like this to create a spooky atmosphere when actually it just sounds like they're trying to hide their masturbation sounds from their father.
That sucks. That sucks. I just want some clear.
Wow.
Downstairs
Okay, we
enjoying
went
the
there.
whiskey while you're upstairs trying to.
Okay.
They just hit a gravel beach one day, and that's how their voice turned out.
Yeah, no, they try to make their voices like gravelly and low and stuff, and it just sounds like they're trying to spank it.
Yeah.
It really does. That's the best way I can describe it.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start reading. This
Yeah,
this
I'm gonna take a
creepy.
piss then.
Don't
If-
try to hide your family,
Tom-
by the way.
yeah.
We want to hear it.
Okay. Okay. This creepypasta is called A Reoccurring Dream. Tom, you still here?
No, he took
Nope.
his bathroom
About
break.
to leave.
But let me just say.
No,
this
Tom,
is
Tom, I want you
probably
to
the worst
stay.
way to set the atmosphere.
Tom, I want you to
I
stay
make
for
a
this.
bunch of
Face
jokes
your
before
fears,
reading
man.
this.
Face your fears.
Alright, I will. I really do have to piss though.
All right.
So I'm going to read it along with you.
Probably gonna go get another quote.
Not out loud, so I'm going to read it.
All right.
off
Okay.
the site.
Ah! Okay, let's go. Okay.
It's a long one. I'll probably be back.
Alright, yeah. This, if you need to go, go. This creepypasta is called a reoccurring dream. Okay. I'd like to tell you all about a dream I had just last night. My dreams always tend to be weird, strange, or funny, so I love to share them with my friends. It should be noted that this is a dream I've had before, just a small handful of times over my entire life. I've completely forgotten about them up to this point, though now each recurrence of the dream feels all too vivid. So far as I can recall, this dream always comes to me in the fall, and it starts with me waking up, causing me to second guess whether it is a dream at all. I step out of bed and start to walk out of my room. The cold wooden floor makes it even colder by the autumn air, which sends goosebumps up a little farther up my leg with each step. I walk slowly down the hall in a perfect tempo with the ticking of the clock in the living room, which grows louder as I approach. When I finally make it to the living room, I immediately freeze. Just outside the window is a man staring directly at me, with his face less than an inch away from the glass, with his eyes large and cream-colored apart from his pupils. It's hard to tell what the rest of his face looks like. As the blinds on the windows are only partly open, covering the majority of his face, though the area around his eyes is old and withered, giving him an older look, probably around age 60. Unlock the door and go back to sleep, he says in a deep, raspy voice, pointing at the front door and just a few feet away from him, still not breaking his gaze from me. I decide to only follow the later of his instructions and sprint to my room as quickly as possible and try back to sleep. Every time the dream ends there. Every time I'm able to fall asleep in my dream and wake back up in reality, but not this time. And in a particular incarnation of this nightmare, things took a different turn. Instead of waking up to the daylight and in the real world, I wake up in darkness to find it's all still nighttime. It could be a few minutes after the last dream. Once again, I'm focused to get out of bed and walk to the living room, as it's being drawn being drawn to it by a magnetic force. Once there, I find the man is no longer at the window. I turn to look at the door in front of me. The curtain is covering up the window on the door, but I can still see the silhouette of the man standing outside of it. Against my will, I walk to the door, once again, feeling drawn to it. I pulled back the curtain and met with the same paralyzing stare from the last encounter. This man is definitely older. He doesn't look strange or disfigured in any particular way, except for his eyes. He's fairly tall, noticeably taller than me, and I'm 6'2". But other than that, he just looks like a normal old man, giving off a slightly sinister vibe. Unlock the door and go back to sleep, he says once more, in a clear, more frustrated tone. He's so close to the window of the door now that it fogs it up with each breath he takes. Looking down at me when pursed lips, this time fear completely takes over. I can hear my heart beating in my ears. My legs go weak and everything goes black. I wake up for real this time to something stroking my hair. I open my eyes, but nothing's there. I assume that it was my imagination, just a faint ghost of a nightmare, fading away as I gain consciousness. As part of my morning routine, I go through the living room so that I can get to the kitchen and make breakfast. Though once again, something catches my eyes and stops me in tracks. The curtain over the door is pulled back, the front door is locked, and there's a note on the table. I guess you never truly outgrow sleepwalking.
That wasn't really that creepy. Like, I could easily go to bed tonight without, like, being paralyzed with fear after the darkness.
It is weird. It is,
That seems to be more the surreal type rather than like a legitimate like full scare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me that. Okay, so basically, I'm trying to figure out how. So basically, the way I got to it, this happened, right? Like, I guess like in this reality, he actually did unlock the door.
Mm-hmm.
And like it wasn't a dream. He was sleepwalking every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad.
Oh wait, so I guess in this case it would be
That's
that
more
there actually
of
was a person there, and
yeah.
he was like, you know how some people will sometimes like sleep with their eyes open.
Yeah, exactly. So he
It
kind
could
of
have been
like
something like that, and you just thought it was a
yeah.
dream, but actually it was something that was really going on.
Yeah, that would be it.
I feel like this story was trying a little bit too hard to go for the mystery route, but then it sort of shut up. You know, it sort of shut itself off from that because that is one way that could really work in scaring someone is making the mystery and having them like continually wonder about it. But it
Yeah.
feels like this story tried to go that route and then turned and decided to complete itself there.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got as well. I thought it was generally a good creepypasta though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, did it just end?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
it
swear
just
to God, I
ended.
just got back. I have a great story.
It was
All
a
right.
short one.
What's your story, bud?
All right. Wow, I feel kind of bad about this because I came back immediately as it ended, I guess.
That's fine.
I
Don't worry
genuinely
about
did not plan this. So here's my delay.
Right.
There's the way my house works is that there's a bathroom upstairs, a bathroom downstairs, my room's upstairs. The upstairs bathroom, someone
Yeah.
was in it taking a shower, I assume, based on the noise.
it. Okay.
Singing.
Were they?
That's a
Wait.
big one.
This is an important question. Were they singing well?
No.
Okay. That's
Great story. It was
That's it?
I think it was my mom. She likes to sing whenever I'm like listening to music in the kitchen cooking food. She always comes in singing fake problem songs, which is really cool because I love fake problems. Anyways, it's a great band. Listen to them. So yeah, anyways, there was someone downstairs in the bathroom taking a crap, I presume. So all the bathrooms were full. So what else do I do but head out the side door of my house? We have three ways into my house. Besides windows, the back door on the back deck in the backyard, the side door on the deck on the side of my house, and the door in the front of my house.
I hope the viewers at home have been taking notes and completely know the layout of Tom's house now.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm trying to explain this for the sake of the story. So
I
since
know,
there's a deck on the side door, I have occasionally had to piss out the side door, and I usually just kind of crack it open and just kind of whip it out and go there. But I saw someone coming out of my neighbor's house across the street, and you know Katie's new boyfriend?
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's his cousin. Like, that's how I know him. Like, he's a bassist for my band. He's probably one of my best friends. And his cousins live there, so we're really closely knit with their household. And I was like, oh fuck, and I really had to go. And I know nobody was coming out of the bathroom soon, and I needed to get back to the podcast.
Yeah.
So we have I guess a plastic dumpster per se, where we just put the garbage cans in, so the fucking squirrels don't eat the garbage out of them.
Okay.
So I had to walk behind that. I put shoes on because shoes are great, but I went behind the dumpster and just there. Meanwhile, I can see them completely well through the bushes, but I doubt they saw me. Either way, they wouldn't have saw my dangle, so we're good.
Hey, that's fine if they did not.
Ladies and gentlemen, crazy stories from Tom.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's almost as good as stories as the totally legit stories I tell about Mark.
Oh, is it that
Ew.
time already?
You haven't. Well, it'll come in eventually. I don't think it's that time yet.
How long does this normally last, and how long have we been on?
We're solid on 24 minutes. Coming up right now, 24 minutes.
Oh wow! So we really were only on here for 30 fucking minutes before the show.
Yeah.
Okay, because I see my things at 50 minutes now. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the Skype call is there. But
I was hoping it wasn't going too fast, because there's one part of me that really likes being here and being the center of attention. Wink.
Wink.
And the other part of me that says, hey, I really want to go back to some hentai.
Oh, we don't judge, man. Speaking of hentai, Mark, I think this is a good time for you to talk about anime.
Oh,
I've been playing
Great
Katawa
segue.
Shoujo. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
You can talk, Tom. Tom, go
You know
ahead, talk
about
about it.
Okay, Mark. let's fucking have discussion time. Who did you pick?
I'm trying to remember because it's been a long time. I think it was Emmy.
What was her disability?
She had no legs.
Yeah, Emmy. Okay, yeah.
What
Yeah,
are you guys
I am
talking
currently
about?
on the Lily route. Because I feel like she is obviously the best girl in the game, but also she's the one that has the least disabilities.
Yeah, no, you're right. She's only
that,
5.
That might just be stemming from my knowledge of Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Because she's blind and super badass.
Also, if you are horribly ugly or you decide, hey, today I'm going to look like crap, she'll never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Sal's a pretty good looking guy, though, so she's got a win-win situation there.
He says, I'd go, if I were to say anime characters, Sal is probably an attractive guy.
Oh, I'd say so. I'm not gay. Neither do I have to pick those quote. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, why do you have Katawa Shoujo?
I don't. Yes, I do.
Exactly.
No, it's actually my first time playing it. I've heard about it a while. And there's a musician I like called Ken Ashcorp. He wrote a couple songs about it, Hanako and Lily, which is fucking funny, if I may add. And I've been hearing about it for a while, and I've never played it. And since we're on break right now, I decided to. I was going to wait till summer. I knew I was going to eventually, but in terms of the hentai games I really like Monster Girl Quest.
I can only say that Katawa Shoujo would be the only game that I do have, and I didn't know about it until I got to, like the 3/4 of the way through the Emmy line, and I'm like, oh god.
I'm really surprised that you know about this, but at the same time, I'm also not, because I'm just remembering now all the discussions we used to have about Monster Hunter in business class, like sophomore year of high school.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. I forgot about that.
Tom,
now it doesn't seem too weird.
Tom, I was actually in that class.
Were you fucking really?
Yeah, I was in that class.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
That was before we were friends.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't even know you, because...
Me and Brandon sat in the back corner.
Well, yeah, I sat in the back corner with him and Ware and like fucking.
No, like the back
Thaddeus.
left corner, like other corner, like we were literally in the corner.
Sat in the other corner.
Oh, I remember you now.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh my god.
I would always me and Brandon were just like we always stripped around the class.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No.
He's always giving you the middle finger.
Brandon? Yeah.
You'd always say, Brandon, I love you, and then you'd be like, shut up, Tom.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first images I've ever had of you, Tom.
Are you for real?
Yeah, and no, because
so I guess you were there for the development of Cash Money then.
Yes,
That's
I was.
My god.
I was there when you took like a dive into the classroom. Like I was there for when you went off on Sam. Like whatever.
Oh my god! I remember that.
Yeah.
Driscoll gave me like this lecture after class one day, and he was like, Tom, I get it. She's fucking stupid. You really can't just like do that though. And I was just like, okay.
Wait.
Those were
What was
almost
this again?
exact words.
This was sophomore year. Sophomore year, intro to business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
and
God.
no, cause dude, I remember that class so well because I remember I would always be like, Mark, do the thing, and like he would do like this whistle thing.
Oh yeah. One sec.
Mark, do it.
Yes,
So
that.
awesome.
Yeah, that. I remember like every day I'd be like, Mark, do it, and like our teacher, Mr. Driscoll, would be in the middle of a lecture and he'd still do it. Like,
Oh shit, yeah.
Those are
I don't remember too much of that class because that was when I was in like my comic book phase and I was always reading like Batman in there, like on my iPod. He took my iPod like 7 times and eventually he got to the point where he said, "Fuck it, you're gonna fail," and I said, "No, I'm not." And I got a fucking 95 on the test.
Wow. Okay.
Even though I was reading Batman the whole time.
That was before
52.
I really had many friends in Madness Ones.
Really? I was gonna say because I guess we didn't really talk much then.
No, we
only started
really
talking
the only
like
time that we talked
this year.
Yeah, but the only time that we talked to you was when you'd be like, Mark, do the thing.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That was like the only words that you said to me.
Mark, do the thing.
You were in the choir at that point, right, Tony?
What?
You were in the choir at that point, right?
I
No,
did
it's
that.
junior year.
Was
I
that
did-
only junior year?
Yes. Yeah, only did.
Okay.
And that was when Tony and I became friends.
Yeah.
I guess I slightly befriended him at that point. I guess.
Yeah, a little bit. Me and
Just
you.
like at like the like
yeah,
the
like at the
dress-up
rehearsals and
shit.
stuff, we talked for a little bit, and then
Spoiler: we were in the choir.
yeah, I did that. I did that 1 year. I did that 1 year. But it was really bad for my health, so I stopped.
What?
What? I didn't say anything. No, it honestly wasn't for me. I like to try things out, you know.
Yeah, it's always good, nice to get a fresh
Newsflash,
feel.
singing is bad for your health.
Oh, look, Jacob's here, everybody.
Yeah, I feel
Yes,
bad.
I've returned.
But the thing, okay, I can tell you
From the
guys
other
this.
side.
Do you want to hear the story of when me and Jacob first met?
You lived right next to each other?
No. We didn't ever talk though. We lived on the same street, but we didn't meet until like 4th grade. We didn't officially like come face to face and like ever talk to 4th grade. We had been in. I also used to take a speech class. You're learning everything bad about HydroxideAnt today.
Yes.
And me and
And
Jacob,
I took
me and
speech
Jacob,
class.
yeah, me and Jacob were in the same speech class a few times. But other than that, we had never like talked before. And the only
Hey,
thing
I
I
had
remember
speech
about
classes,
Jacob was I remember he used to always play with Hot Wheels. So like I'd see him in the hallway, be like Hot Wheels. But okay, so it was 4th grade. We were sitting in the class, and I was sitting next to this kid Bobby, and Bobby was making fun of Jacob like the entire class, and so he kept doing that, and then Jacob was getting really mad. And Jacob, I guess he just lost his mind or something because he took his books and said, "Eat this," and threw his books at me.
What? I have bad aim, okay? Trust me to throw a grenade.
Like he literally, I remember like clear as day. He like it wasn't even like it was clear. No, he clearly aimed at me. Something in his head told him he wanted to hit me and not him. For some reason, that's how it went. I know for a fact. And I remember it wasn't even like a throw. It was like books on desk. There was like maybe 2 textbooks, and it was like a push. He like pushed them like as hard as he could, and like they hit me in this like the stomach, and I'm like, ow, why did you do that? Then I remember him getting pulled out of the classroom, and but then yeah, and then eventually because of that we started talking, so and we became friends. So
Tony, I've got a story for you to tell.
All right,
Tell it.
How I actually got a social life in Manasquan High School.
Oh, I know
that's
this
a
one.
good story,
You
right?
told me this one already, right? Yeah,
Funny
I can.
story,
I know,
talk
but it's
about-
fun. It's
Not
fun.
to dwell on it, but real quick, classes with Mark. I still don't even remember which classes I'm in with him right now.
I have.
I think he's in the choir right now, like my block,
Yes.
but I'm
Yes,
still
I
not
am.
sure because he's barely been there.
What do you mean? You've barely been there.
Are you kidding me? I've been there every day.
So have I.
Bullshit.
Wait. Yeah. It's you, me, and Nick, right?
Yeah, and those other 2 black guys.
Yeah, and the two black twins. Yeah,
Disclaimer: they're my friends.
Those are my cousins, actually.
they are.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
They are.
Let's
Wait,
not
hold
mention
up.
any
You
names.
just fucking with us
Don't
now?
mention any names. He's not. They are from the same town as us.
I
Yeah.
know they're from the same town. That doesn't mean they're related, you racist.
No, really, they are my cousins.
Are you for
Oh,
real?
wow.
Yeah, he's not. He like I mean like they.
I'll be like,
They're
hey,
cousins.
I'm
See the relation.
cousin. Yeah. Word.
Yeah. No, but like
whenever
I
talk
knew
to them,
this.
They are
already.
my cousins. Like you should see like the family reunions.
Oh God. I can
Does
only
it get
imagine.
altered?
Actually, no. Mostly, I think that the one time that I really remember was one Easter, where they showed up at my aunt's house, which is what we usually do.
On.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You say aunt?
And
I think I'd say aunt.
West Coast.
I think I'm more of an aunt person.
no, wait. But you see,
Anthony, do not.
wait.
I love
Everyone
ants.
stop. Everyone stop. Okay.
Alright.
You see, it's actually good for him to say aunt in this, because if he says aunt, they might think that they're talking about your house, Tony.
Oh, know what? Yeah.
Bingo.
Okay.
So aunt is actually better in this case.
Yeah, I know, because every time, like, someone would be like, aunt, I'm like, what? And like, no, aunt, like, Barbara. I'm like, cool.
Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima.
My story of social.
Oh
like,
yeah.
at school.
Okay. This is a classic. This is episode 6, and we gotta get the story. Okay, so this is keep in mind these are the totally legit, 100% factual background noise
100%.
statistics.
100%.
Totally 100% true. No way in any universe is this not a true story. Stories. Okay.
You've never played Bioshock Infinite?
It's
a variable.
I've played it. We can talk about. No, let's talk about Bioshock Infinite first, okay?
No, tell your story. We'll talk about it after.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we'll talk about
It's worth talking about.
Now you said Bioshock Infinite, and so that's all I can think about. So.
Don't worry, we'll get onto it.
All right. So
we will.
This story is about how Mark obtained a social life at his school, at our school. Okay, so Mark moved from somewhere else and came to man school in freshman year. Mark didn't have many friends, so he started plotting.
I was one of the first.
He started plotting. He started plotting in his head ways that people would like him. So he was like, how am I gonna do this? I can't just talk to people because I'm awkward and I hate things.
Sounds more like me.
Shut up. Now I lost track.
His plans.
Balloons. Got it.
Mark had plans.
I'm all awkward and shit.
No. I had to say balloons. Now I'm on track again. Okay. Because balloons help everyone get back on track. Have you ever been a kid and just had a balloon? Remember?
Yeah.
Childhood balloons. Beautiful
Yeah.
times in our lives. Okay.
Yeah.
Back to story. So Mark, freshman year, he's plotting. He got a notebook. He's writing out all ideas and stuff. Idea number 1 was something crazy like bringing in a lizard and like saying this is my friend lizard friend. And it was a really bad idea. He immediately scrapped that idea.
The second one was blackmailing everyone.
Oh, the second one was, yes.
God.
The second one was blackmailing everyone. But he was too lazy for that one. Because you know how many people in school...
Wait. Why does it have to be blackmailing? Why can't it be whitemailing?
Whitemailing everyone.
Well, okay,
yes.
then he graymailed everyone, okay? He wanted to graymail everyone. That idea was thrown out anyway, so we don't have to worry about blackmail, whitemail, graymail, yellowmail, whatever.
No, it matters.
No, it doesn't.
It totally matters.
No, it does not. Alright, so idea number 3, he was like, alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a snake. I'm just gonna put it around my neck, and I'm gonna walk around and act like I don't have a snake on my neck. And when people say, yo, there's a snake on your neck, I'm gonna freak it, and then he'd freak out. He'd be like, what? Oh my god, there's a snake on my neck! And then that's how he'd meet people.
What an asshole.
Yeah, right? But he immediately got rid of...
You remember this, right?
No, I don't actually.
But that wasn't the idea.
You weren't there.
He did try that idea.
there.
He did that idea once. It didn't work. He immediately got sent to the office, and then we got a new principal.
This actually happened?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I thought it was...
These are 100% legit, okay?
With the
So-
breakdancing
Well, no, I thought
Yeah.
you were just... I know it's legit. I thought you were just talking about his plans, though.
No,
like,
these
they were
were-
legit, his plans.
No,
He actually
these are
did
part of
it
the story,
wow.
bro. These are part of the
The
story.
part is this all happened, Tom. This is 100% legit.
I know. I
Um,
thought you were talking about his plan, though. All right, continue.
Okay, so his plan... No, he did that one day. He tried plan number 3 because he thought that's where it would be good. But he was like, He got sent to the office. The snake killed the principal. It was It was really terrible. It was a very messy mess. And
Well, that's probably why no one's ever seen the principal.
yes. And so idea number 4 was his idea. He was like, this is the one that's going to make me famous in the school. So not famous, but known. So he decided he was going to become a mascot. Yep, mascot.
It sounds like something out of Disney now.
No, he's a mascot. So what he did, he went to all of his classes dressed as a mascot for like a week. And people were like, "Whoa, man, who's the mascot?"
Mark, confirm this.
And
It's true.
yep,
It's
exactly,
Fuck.
exactly.
What is
So-
wrong with you, dude?
so
This
Mark,
you were talking
so
about.
every time he'd be in class, he'd be like, "Oh, this is the mascot." And like, who's the mascot? He'd lift up the head a little bit, be like, "Me, Mark." And he would make that noise every time. So, like, it happened every class for a week?
At least
a week, maybe more than a week. No, what? I think you did it like 2 weeks, probably like 2. A week and a half. I'm trying to get the specifics down here. Was it a week and a half or 2? Mark, what would you say? Week or half or 2?
A week and a half.
Week and a half? Yeah, that's what I thought. So he did that for a week and a half until there was a huge riot that broke out. There was like this fight between 2 kids, and he tried stepping in, and like as the mascot, he was like, "Whoa, man! I'm the mascot. I'm Mark." He lifted it up and made the noise. Mark, noise.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, there you go. And and then the fight stopped, and the principal came up. "Whoa, man, what happened? Whoa, we have a mascot! Come here!" And he dragged Mark out, and he talked to Mark about being the mascot and everything. But Mark really didn't want to be a mascot because he didn't really want to show off his dancing skills in front of everyone as a mascot. So he really wanted to be himself in dance. So from the mascot, he took and interpreted dancing classes, and then did a recital in front of the entire school. And people learned his name from then, and it was beautiful and majestic. He was like a flying magical unicorn on LSD. Crack and all those things. And he did like a waltz or something by himself. It was really impressive. He was like tap dancing. He did the SpongeBob, I think. I don't even know what that is, but he did it. And
okay, wait.
Wait, what?
Okay, sorry, I need to interrupt for 1 second.
Yeah, 1 second. Go ahead, come on.
I need to stop the bird noise because my sister says one more time and she'll strangle me.
Do it again. You know how entertaining that be for the podcast?
Tom, I can't. First, because she's my sister. And
well, that's what I mean. Are you into that? It's a double entendre.
No.
Are you into that? And are you into getting strangled?
No to both.
Okay, so back to the.
Yeah.
What? Okay,
Tom,
Tom.
now is not the time to be hitting on girls.
Yeah.
Or trying to.
Okay, let Tony continue.
I'm asking if his sister's hot.
By the way, what about the squirrel?
Dude, I'm not done yet, man. Don't jump in too quick, homie.
Yeah, we're
all right. Yeah, hey, what did I say? Don't jump in too quick. All right, I got this. I'm telling the story. All right, so he's doing his dance. Jacob, dude, let me tell the story, homie. We cool?
Hey, Mark, what's her name?
Alright, no.
Alright, Tom, shut up. Okay.
Hold up, I'm trying to figure this out.
No, you can wait till after the story. Okay, so Mark is doing his final moves, and the spotlight's on him, but then another spotlight comes on stage. Spotlight left. There's a squirrel in a tutu. That squirrel's name is Carl. And then in his arms. This story is real.
Bro,
get over it, Tom.
Stories are so legit.
They're so legit. It's not even funny, man. Dude, just get over it. It's so real, so legit, so all these
Side note,
things.
I confirmed with Mark who his sister is. I would.
Okay, I don't care.
He's currently typing a response. Let's see.
Oh,
he says, "I will kill." Oh, sorry, dude.
Holy crap!
I'm not gonna, but I would. Age.
Okay, back to the story.
Side note, Anthony just types "me too" with a winky face. Anthony with the fucking number 2. Killing all of them, says Mark. Continue the story.
Okay, so it's Mark and the squirrel dancing off. But you can't just have a dance off. You need a referee. So on like a little pedestal, it looks like you know how like a lifeguard has that little bench, like the tower that they sit on. It was like one of those in a very miniature scale, and just so that an acorn could go on it. And that acorn's named Jamal, by the way. In case you want to know, Jamal would have won the dancing competition, but it was between Carl and Mark here. So they danced for hours on end. They danced so much that literally I was the only one left watching. There was like 100+ people there, dude. And they danced so long that
was this a school assembly?
It was more an after-school charity program.
I bet it fucking was.
It was. And like it was like the donated it to like some sort of colorblind relief fund or something like that. Feed colorblind people, something like that. And they just kept going, and they danced, and then you could tell they're both staggering a little bit. They've been dancing for like 10 hours at this point, and not 10 is exaggeration, but it's point. And so Mark is like fading back, and so's the squirrel, and they both fade in, and then Mark goes for like.
Oh, she's 22.
Hey, come on, it's tough. Mark goes for like a disco move, but as he goes for the disco move, his left leg slips and he falls over. And then the squirrel goes for a spinning headstand, lands it, and wins. And then Mark got his popularity in high school. Well, it's not really popularity. He's just known because he lost a dance-off to a squirrel. Done.
Completely legit.
Completely legit. Alright, can I read this entire conversation out loud?
No.
Okay.
I'll read this out loud.
Okay, fine, go for it.
Alright, so first I started posting topics to talk about, to remember. So I'll just read through them real quick and we'll continue with the conversation from there. So they're all bulleted. BioShock Infinite, Mark's profile picture on Facebook, Facebook being a dead cause, favorite types of pornography with a winky face. And Mark says, why my profile picture? And I said, bullet point, what I'm drinking. And then I said, because we love you. And then he says, or hate. And then I say, love, spelled L-U-V. Then I continue the topics with First Rim Job, Bad Sandwich, who is the singer for the Lawrence Arms, great band. Is this story real? That one was a joke, by the way, the last one. Is this story real? The story we're just being told. Why do I hate this more than I hate myself? The horsehead traffic light thing, I'll discuss that in a minute. Is Mark's sister hot? And then Mark says, I have two. And, I was asking earlier, which one is it, Mark? And he responds, it's the blonde one, Tom. Cat. And I said, yeah, I would. And then Anthony, he says, I will kill you. And then Anthony says, me too. Wink. Now I'm starting to wonder if Anthony was talking about killing me too, but I think he's...
No, I said me too. I was on your side, Tom.
All right, cool. Awesome. And then he said, killing all of you. He says, BTW, she's 22. Here we are.
Yeah.
Well then. Okay then, I guess all this happened. Yes, all of this happened just now. Well then, in light of the two stories of which we just heard, how about we talk about good storytelling?
Alright, let me tell you.
Good,
oh, by the way, I have a good creepypasta. It's a short one.
Do you want me to read it? I'll go for a second.
No, I got it.
Alright.
We are going to cover most of the topics I put down, though.
Yeah.
Very quickly, but we will.
Okay. In middle school, we had to do a discussion about our family, and a girl in my class stood up to talk about
Tell the title first.
I don't know the title.
Okay.
It's just a random.
Okay, go for it. Sorry.
Oh, there are some creepypastas that are like that.
Oh, I thought. Okay, sorry. Continue, Mark.
Yeah. Okay, so so we had to do a discussion about our family, and the girl in my class stood up to talk about her family, and she said that she lived with her mom and her sister. Mom, because it's M-U-M. I'm guessing. One of the kids asked her about her dad, and she said that he died. So, being curious, I asked what happened to him, and she turned her head, looked directly at me, and said in the most serious tone ever, he got in my way. And that was when I learned what true fear is.
What?
Flash this.
What? Okay. Wow, that's something.
Wait, but hang on, got in her way of what, though?
That's
your imagination.
Oh. Well, dang.
Oh my god.
Tom, what is that? I just saw the tweet.
What?
Is that a donut? Is that a donut?
A donut?
Yes, that's one of the donuts. Side note, I have this big box of donuts next to me. I had goldfish earlier. I threw them away a little while ago. Currently next to me, it's a recording studio setup I'm in right now. It's like a home studio, but I got, on top of the keyboard next to me, I got half a dozen donuts. They're doing 6 for $4 right now at Dunkin' Donuts. I would suggest going before the Valentine's ones are gone too, because the fucking cookie dough heart-shaped one is bonerific.
I've had it. I have
donuts. Just finished my
did
last
you have
one.
the other heart-shaped one too?
What?
Do you have the heart-shaped one? It's good.
No,
it has like a chocolate filling in it. It's really good.
No, there's a few heart-shaped ones. There's the brownie batter.
That's the one I'm talking about. The brownie one. The brownie one.
Yeah, and then there's the cookie dough one, which
they're both really good. They're amazing.
I'm on my last one right now. It's the French curler, and I'm currently drinking some iced tea with a little bit of lemon juice and triple sec.
Are any of you guys eating anything or drinking anything right now?
Nope.
I am currently divulging in some dollar store soda. Yeah.
Oh, Jake accepted my friend request.
Aww.
Yes, I did. And also, Anthony, I just saw the Skype chat. I hate you.
Ah, dude, that was you. That's it says your name, and yeah.
How about no?
It does.
You wouldn't hit it?
I'm a pacifist.
That's not
what he meant.
That was what we're talking about, and I know, but I just want to put that out there.
Dude.
Yeah, man.
Oh wait, I thought you were talking about hurting Tom.
All right. Oh, I have a good idea. Let's do a new segment called Flash Topics, and it's discussing these topics I brought up very quickly.
Okay.
We all give like a blurb on each one. All right.
Okay, do we want to put a 30-second time limit on them, or?
No. Let's just all give like I want to say maybe a sentence, but how about a paragraph about each one, and then if we really like a topic, we can go back to it.
Okay.
Let's start with the first one, and we'll go in. I guess.
We'll go Jake. Jake, Mark, Tom, me.
Let's go alphabetical. So like A, J, M, T.
Yeah, I just don't want to go first.
T comes after M, right?
No, it's before.
I'll go first then.
Okay.
All right, and then we go A, J, M.
Sure.
That's cool.
Sure.
All right. So topic number 1, BioShock Infinite. I'm going to start by saying it's probably one of the best games I've ever played because Super Metroid is probably the best game I've ever played. SNES, nigga. All right, next one.
All right, yeah.
Anthony?
I'll talk about BioShock. Okay. BioShock Infinite, no spoilers, but probably
no spoilers yet.
What?
No spoilers yet. We're probably going to come back to this.
Yeah, we'll come back to it, but we're definitely coming back to BioShock Infinite. Definitely, I would say it's my second favorite games I played. I am a huge Mass Effect fanboy, so that's my favorite. And then BioShock
I'm going to add that one to the list.
BioShock Infinite would... oh, wait, really? Awesome. BioShock Infinite, the ending was the most mind-blowing ending I've ever seen in a video game. And the game was really great in my opinion. Okay, Jake, you're next.
Well, to be honest, BioShock Infinite was probably one of the better ones in terms of storytelling, but the combat and the gameplay itself was really lacking. And I'm saying this in comparison to the other BioShock games. That the combat system they really sort of botched it up with the most recent one.
All right, Mark. Oh wait, sorry. I thought you were done.
Well, I mean, my last one would be that Elizabeth, although she was a major part of the story in gameplay, although I'm pretty sure that they had her, tag along because she was that big of a story element, but it felt more like she was an add-on rather than like actually there,
We'll come back and address that after.
Yeah. That's why I wrote the last one, because I wrote that last one to bring up a point I want to bring up when we talk about it in the broad scope. Mark?
All right, Mark.
Okay, so BioShock 2, I was completely amazed with, and I thought that they would never beat it no matter how hard they tried. And BioShock Infinite completely blew away my expectations. Like, it got on its knees and just blew them.
Yeah.
That's how good it was. It was just absolutely amazing. It's 2 thumbs up.
We'll come back to this topic, I guess, and we'll just move on to the next one.
Okay, my question is, what's Mark's profile picture? I don't know what that is.
You haven't seen... Okay, go to Facebook and look at Mark's profile picture.
All right.
It's fucking amazing.
All right.
Oh, you approve then?
Oh, I love it.
I'm pretty sure
I also hate it.
Oh my god! I don't know how I feel about this.
Alright,
Good thing Tom goes first.
Alright, let me actually look at it while I talk about it. Alright, so let's just describe it real quick. It's a picture of Mark tipping a top hat. But the top hat What are those candles in the background? What the fuck is that? Oh, Christmas lights?
Yeah, those are leftover Christmas lights.
Alright, so we have a picture of Mark with like a half grin face, his eyebrows shot down at an angle towards his nose, so like a very serious demeanor. And he's tipping a fucking Jack Skellington top hat in a sweatshirt that vaguely matches the top hat, but has a bit more of a blue tint to it. It's a silverish gray top hat. Is that a spider on it too?
That's a bat.
Okay, I thought it was like a spider. Okay, yeah. So that is Mark's profile picture. I'm gonna go out and say that I like it. It gives off that not party in the front, business in the back.
I'm talking about a mullet here.
We're not talking about a mullet.
It gives off.
No, not a mullet. I'm talking about a reverse mullet.
Reverse mullet.
Tom, continue.
Oh, whoa, yeah, I did talk about reverse mullet. Well, party in the back, fucking business in the front. Yeah, it gives off not that impression, but the impression of I'm here to party, bitches.
Okay.
I also love Disney World. Hop on this dick. Rodeo time.
Alright, so I guess I'll go now.
Anthony, your turn?
Yeah, I approve. Personally, I really liked The Nightmare Before Christmas. I really like, when I look at it, I think Nightmare Before Christmas. I oddly forget that Mark's there tipping a top hat with Nightmare Before Christmas on. I just see the Nightmare Before Christmas and I'm like, wow, that was a nice movie. I really like the movie. And then I'm like, wait, Mark's there tipping a top hat with Jack Skellington's face on it. I approve, though. I completely approve. Actually, as we were talking, I just liked his profile picture. And I must say, maybe the greatest thing about this thing is the comment that Tom made. Tom, may I read it?
Yeah, go ahead. What did I say?
You said, I came here to play Pokemon and mingle with women, and I've already leveled up my Charizard.
I forgot I did that.
No, I like that.
That's amazing.
A great comment.
That probably
described me so well.
That's great.
I think like women acquire currency.
Yes, sir.
Alright,
Jake, your turn.
Wait, my turn on what?
Side note real quick, I just finished the fucking donut box. I'll send you a picture and you're gonna make that the entire still frame of the video when you post on YouTube.
Alright.
It'll be on Twitter.
Okay, no, we're talking about my profile picture, Jacob.
Okay. Well, actually, having seen it a couple of times already, I guess it's alright.
What do you mean, alright? I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not too impressed. I mean, come
Shots
on.
fired?
Jack
Question
Skellington,
mark?
I mean, really, is there any way you can like step it up a bit?
Whoa, wait. Are you calling out Jack Skellington right now, man?
Jack Skellington's a fucking baller, dude.
Jack Skellington is awesome. He's cooler than you.
Right.
Yeah, actually, he's a lot cooler than you.
Yeah, you probably have a point there.
Yeah. Alright, I think this is where we switch it to Mark. Mark, what's your take on your profile picture?
Okay, so I really love Nightmare Before Christmas, but it is not my favorite. My favorite is Corpse Bride.
I respect
Oh, we're just talking about Tim Burton? I thought we were talking Disney.
I was going
Tim Burton, I really like his take on Alice in Wonderland. That was a joke.
yeah.
You can throw the donuts away and piss. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah. It's, I guess we could talk about this too. I really didn't like what he did with,
Oh no,
Alice in
that
Wonderland.
was horrible.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
It was really confusing. Like I can't remember character names. Who wears the top hat?
The Mad Hatter.
Mad Hatter. Okay.
Yeah, the Mad Hatter.
So
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, so Johnny Depp plays him, and whenever he got like angry or really ready to like fight, he donned like a Scottish accent. I was like, no, I'm sorry, no.
Well, actually, I don't really have that much of a problem with accent changes.
No, but
I mean,
it didn't fit his character at all. It just, no.
I guess I can sort of see that. Well, I mean, in general, I think that what really sort of ruined it for me was that it was trying. Well, I can't really say it was trying too hard to be serious because I mean, it wasn't trying to be serious at all. But just the overall sort of darker tone that they seem to sort of put on it. I mean, that for me kind of ruined it for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Little Alice fell down the hole, bumped her head, and bruised her soul.
Aww.
I've got so many of those like stored away just randomly.
Oh, I have another topic too.
Sure.
I'll put it in the chat. But you guys can talk about what's the next topic?
Facebook being dead.
Well, Tom goes first, but I guess I'll go first on this one. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I honestly think it's because of all of like the older people. Okay, Tom, no, what? I guess you go first. Facebook being dead. Talk.
All right. I mean, I am an avid Twitter fanatic, as well as Instagram a little bit. I think Facebook is slowly dying out because 10, 20 years from now, when we're all in our late 20s, 30s, our, God forbid, our fucking children aren't gonna want to be on the same social networks. Because let's be honest, social networks are gonna stay forever.
Yeah.
The same way that, writing letters to people, that's been around for fucking ages, and that has become a thing, and that social networking has become almost like the new way of writing to people, but it's become a lot more fast-paced of a thing. But so at the same time, kids love to rebel a little bit, and they don't want to do the same things their parents did. Our, God forbid, I keep saying that, our God forbid children in the future, I hope none of you have kids, because I don't want a little goblin version of me running around. Our kids aren't going to want to be on the same social networks that we are, Facebook is slowly dying. And you can already see that a lot of kids are moving on to Twitter right now, which sucks, because Twitter used to be my probing ground where I could be away from the fucking idiots on Facebook. But now they're there, and it sucks. But yeah, something's going to have to change soon. I assume Facebook's going to die out very soon, because let's be honest, old people are moving into Facebook, and they have their LinkedIn thing. They have their thing, but we don't have our own thing for just kids. They're not kids, but for young people. Like, Facebook has old people, but so LinkedIn is almost all business people and, older people. Yeah. Why don't we have, a thing for young kids? I mean, we kind of do, but at the same time, no, we fucking don't, because they still want to intrude on our territory there. I'm sober.
No, but
All right, Anthony.
I go next. I'm honestly same way. I know for a fact that a lot of people, because the fun thing for me about Facebook was it's basically you can do whatever you want. It was originally it was something really cool that you I don't know, you just post whatever you felt like saying. But now it's now
let's try to be funny.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to be funny, but now that's
let me seem trendy. Let me post song lyrics. Sorry for interrupting. This shouldn't have how this.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But
I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But and now it's okay, I'm gonna post this. Oh, but I gotta wait. My mom might see this now.
Yeah,
it's okay. Now I have to tone it back a scale and can't release my full personality into every post I do.
I actually don't have to worry about that.
I do. That's why Facebook is dead
anymore. I post 100 tweets a day.
I think I'm gonna start tweeting a lot more. But
you should, because I do want to have some more friends on Twitter, but at the same time, I don't want to have people I don't like on Twitter.
No, I know.
Because at least with Twitter, when you make something private, or everything isn't private on Twitter, but at least on Facebook, when you have it private, it's not obnoxious looking
Yeah, no.
Because I hate, because Facebook wasn't as much about sharing in the beginning. Twitter absolutely is about retweeting things, and you can't retweet someone who's private, and that's fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
like private Twitters. I can't do it.
But yeah, my thing about Facebook is the older the older people are coming in, and none of the kids want that. They want to have their place where they can talk to their friends, because you're not. There's a lot of people who, don't talk to people from their school outside of school. And then, Facebook was that thing where they could do that and still be interacting with them.
Yeah.
And but now it's being taken away, I feel. All right, Jake, you're up.
Well, actually, for me, I actually sort of view it as an opposite thing, and okay, you know how there's that saying where history repeats itself.
Yes.
I think that Facebook is basically going through the same thing that MySpace did. Where it started off,
I was about to mention MySpace earlier. MySpace has died out. How many times have you heard the word MySpace in the last 2 years? Not very often.
The only times I hear MySpace is in
because there were
jokes.
commercials that went out recently a couple times, but still, I see what you mean. But yeah, I mean, what happened with MySpace was, I think it was one of those things where it was sort of geared towards older people, and then younger people started trying to get into it because it was that whole exclusive thing. And that was the same thing that happened with Facebook, because, like, we all know, like, knowing our just back when we were in grade school, Facebook was that thing where it's like, oh, hey, you have a Facebook? Dude, that's like pro tier. And now that everyone has one, the exclusive part of it is gone, and so it gets, it starts to get boring very fast, because, you don't feel special having a Facebook anymore. You're just sort of there.
I agree. I guess it's now time for Mark to talk about it. Go ahead, Mark.
Considering that I'm the last person to go, I generally don't have much to talk about. But
that old syndrome.
No, honestly, I think you're right. Facebook is slowly dying out. I mean, there's still a bunch of people who use it. I
think it's more than slow at this point. Did I put slowly dying out?
No,
I just put Facebook being dead. I think Facebook is pretty much dead. Most kids are on only, for the most part, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr now. I'm surprised Tumblr has lasted this long.
Yeah, me too.
Well, actually, Tumblr is a bit of a different animal, really.
It is a different species in its own, but I don't think Tumblr's going to die, because I don't even consider it as much a social network as much as it is a way for even bands to have websites for themselves without having to pay for a domain, and ways for kids to have blogs without using those old blogging things,
Yeah, that's definitely something.
I don't think Tumblr's going to die out soon. That's still alive.
Yeah.
I think Tumblr is a little bit closer to a forum, actually. So.
Oh, yeah, it was Mark who was talking, too. We cut off Mark. Sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, really, the only thing that I still use Facebook for is to make a chat group with friends.
That is something a lot of things are missing, like the chat system.
Yeah, I'll just make like a 4-person chat group and be like, hey, can anyone like hang out
the only
2
thing,
days from now?
Yeah, sorry to cut you off again, Mark.
Facebook was made for in the first place. So it was made for people to,
exactly.
to keep in touch.
The only thing I use Facebook for personally is group chats. Like, that's literally the only thing I go on for.
So I guess in a sense you could say that Facebook is serving its purpose.
Yeah, because like Facebook, it definitely is like, to me, I almost think like, if I look for like someone I've just recently met on Facebook, if they don't have one, I'm like, do they even exist? Like, does anybody else ever get that feeling?
Yeah, I've got that feeling.
Facebook is kind of a way to just sort of connect and say, hey, I know that person. And it's a way to sort of talk to them without having to text them or have their number or anything. It's convenient in that sense. And I think people are still going to use it for just to add friends and stuff. But at the same time, I think it's still going to die out. But Twitter, I don't know. I think when people only tweet to like their friends and say, OMG, that's so funny, you shouldn't be on Twitter.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that's where Facebook still is a little bit relevant. But other than that, it's mostly dead.
I'm adding a topic to the bottom of the list, by the way.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. Let's move on to the next one then, shall we?
If you want to talk about this, Tom, you can.
Let's just use one word and we'll move on to the next one. Favorite types of porn. I'm going to go with ecchi.
Non-existent.
Bullshit.
No, not lying.
Anthony, there are 2 types of people in this world.
Jake, no, come on.
People who talk about porn.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking liars.
I'm being dead.
Not people who talk about it, people who watch it.
People who watch it, excuse me. Yeah.
I'm being dead honest, don't.
He actually is.
Boys.
Well, actually, I don't know.
Jake, your turn.
Well, I'm very boring, so I just...
One word. Or a couple words if you need it.
Let's not talk about the 60 fucking gigabytes of photos. You might think I'm joking. I am not.
No, I'm not. I know you're not.
Jacob, few words so we can move on.
Okay, to use one word to describe the kind of porn that I watch,
Like
standard. That's about it. It's like
just whatever's on the homepage
to it.
X videos.
What?
What?
Oh, Mark, you're up. Okay.
Mark.
Okay, you see, I go through phases where I like certain types of porn, and then later I don't like them anymore.
We all do.
Yeah, so recently I've just been into normal, straight up, like, just normal. Like normal porn.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've been at recently.
No, we all go through the phases of what we like. Right now I'm very into hentai and ecchi.
Yeah.
Alright, next topic!
Next topic.
Oh wow, next topic is...
Okay, next topic is winky face.
I'm
kidding.
I'm
kidding. I'm joking.
A little, like, M dash.
I know, I'm joking.
Besides each topic. Alright, oh, actually, no, I skipped one. Okay, what I'm currently... Let's change this one from what I'm drinking, eating, to what I'm doing.
Oh, God.
We already discussed.
I don't want to know what he's doing.
The 6-pack of donuts.
Oh.
I got a bottle of water. And I'm actually, surprisingly, I haven't been... The reason I set up my mic was so you wouldn't hear me typing. I haven't really typed that much. I've actually just been looking at my audio levels the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, me, I'm making sure the audio for the podcast works. I'm watching the Skype call, and I'm basically just making sure the podcast runs good.
He's basically being the tech guy right now.
Yeah, I'm the tech guy right now.
What do you record with?
I'm simply recording with the audio with Audacity at this point.
Well, are you setting like an input just from like your sound card or whatever, Microsoft drivers or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I record it and then I'll talk to that later. But
side note, I'm just interested because I'm a fucking audio engineer.
What I do is I go through and I any like really soft points in the video I adjust the audio, or any really loud points I adjust the audio. I like doing this so I can...
You could apply a compressor to it.
Yeah, I could.
Or like a master limiter.
Yeah, I could.
Tom, you'd like my dad. My dad built our house's surround sound speaker system.
Nice.
That's sick.
Dang.
Well, Jake, you're up.
What am I doing?
Yep.
Playing Trackmania. I mean, what else do I do?
What's that?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Describe it in paragraph.
It's a community-driven racing game. The people build their own tracks. They apply their own paint jobs to the cars. They import 3D models of vehicles into the game, and you can present all this to people over multiplayer and everything. It's sort of like, basically, the game was made in the spirit of pure competition, like pure fair competition. Like, in multiplayer, you can't crash someone into the side of a wall to beat them out. You gotta, you actually have to win based on your skills versus theirs. So,
is it like Flash, an indie game, or like a legitimate game?
It is a full legit game. The developer is named Ndio. They're French.
Okay, so I assume they're indie then.
Yeah. Well, no, they're not indie. They're published by Ubisoft right now. But before that,
okay. I dig.
Yeah.
Mark?
Right now I'm either texting people or playing Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate on my 3DS.
Fuck yes. I can't wait for the 4th one so we can play online together.
Oh my god. That's gonna be great.
Because, like, I've been playing... I was actually going to play tonight with my brother and his girlfriend. Me and his girlfriend have 3DSs. We just play on there, and he plays on the Wii U, and we just link up, and we just fucking hunt. And we haven't done it in a while. I just got the Circle Pad Plus for Christmas, which makes fucking underwater Ludroth hunting so much easier. Alright, guess I'll move on to the next one. Alright, let's move on to the next, let's move on to the Horsehead traffic light thing. It's just a quick story I'll tell real quick. I used to talk about, and I eventually did, with one of my old friends. I think she was actually on the podcast like 2 weeks ago. But we used to talk about this thing we would do where we would keep, like, have you ever seen those really creepy, realistic-looking horse heads?
Yes.
That you would wear, like, the masks or whatever? Yeah, we had this plan of buying those, and whenever we would pull up to, like, because we would drive around everywhere all the time, and we had this plan of bringing those to stoplights, like red lights. Whenever there was a red light in, like, a 2-lane, like, traffic, I would always have the idea of, like, taking them out of the glove box, putting them on real quick, and then just looking right next to them, like the car next to us, and just staring right at them until the light turns green, ripping them off and driving away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best fucking idea ever. Alright, next topic. We'll all discuss this one again. Is Mark's sister hot?
I've never seen her.
See, I've never seen her.
I'm gonna go right ahead and say absolutely.
Then I'm with Tom, and I'll say yes as well.
I kill all of you.
Jake's never seen her. Mark, what's your voice on this?
She's
It's like
my
a yes or no.
What
So?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually in
This is the topic
this
that
area
I
where we just
like,
don't care.
answer. Because if I say no, I'm a crappy brother, and if I say yes, then it's just horribly incestual and
It's
disgusting.
not.
There you
I
go,
know
there's your
people
answer.
who are worse.
No. If you say no, then you're just being a big brother in general, or a little brother in general, because you're not supposed to think that your sister's hot.
Next
Next topic, please. Please.
Mass Effect. Where the
my
fuck
God.
do we start?
Where can we start?
I guess let's just real quick, spoilers, discuss the... Have we all played?
Yes.
No,
Jacob's the only one, but I've told him so
Alright,
much
fuck
about
you,
it, he
Jake.
might
Exclude
know.
you for a sec.
I can't really give an input on this really.
Alright,
Alright,
let's
we'll
get
just
to
talk about it for a quick
That
flash.
ending.
Alright, let's talk about the ending.
But
real
you know,
quick.
the
I guess I'll give
ending to the third one I've seen.
I guess I'll give my opinion on it real quick. I don't understand why people are so upset about it, because
Agreed.
here's the thing. I think we've talked about this before, because we've gone on such long discussions about this in, like, PE class.
Yeah, yes, we have.
To me, the ending, I didn't mind the ending as much as everyone else in the world did, because what they don't realize was the game A is more about the journey than the destination. You know, by the time everybody got to the third game, if they've been playing all three of them, we have completely different games. My brother, he had completely different teammates, completely different everything. Fucking Erdnot, Rex, and Caden were dead. So by the time I got to the third game, I only had a choice of about 4 companions to take on missions with me, because everyone else was dead, and we were playing completely different games because of our choices. And that's something that's absolutely beautiful. And somebody who says that, like, a video game isn't a medium of art is a fucking idiot.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I
Real
completely agree as well.
And Bioshock Infinite, the next topic, also, that is a big point of that. Like, that game is absolutely brilliant. But real quick on the ending, when Shepard, spoilers, builds the catalyst, or builds the crucible, and he meets the catalyst inside of it, the catalyst completely turns the tables, you know? The ending that Shepard was trying to create just simply wasn't possible based on the choices that the catalyst was giving him. Shepard's vision of just stopping the Reapers and everything is going to be alright, that just wasn't a thing that could be attained, and that wasn't a possible thing. So thus, Shepard had to make the choice right there instinctively based on the 4 choices, or the 3 choices, and the optional 4th with the DLC or whatever that the Catalyst had given him. And the only true ending to the game is Synthesis, because if he picks Destruction, Rebellion, or Control, no matter what, the Reaper invasion will happen again 20,000 years from then, and no matter what, somebody, whether it be in that 20,000 years after or 20,000 years after that, so 40,000, somebody is going to choose Synthesis. And this is proven by when the Stargazer is talking at the very end of the game, when he's talking about how they're in a time of peace and that there's no foreseeable threat. It's because somebody chose Synthesis. Blam.
Exactly. Okay, I honestly, can I go last for this one?
Yeah, you can go
I'm
last.
gonna let Mark go next.
Yeah, compose yourself. Think it through.
Well, isn't Jacob still here?
No, Jacob.
Oh yeah, I'm still here, but I can't really.
Oh yeah, true. Okay.
Much of an input.
I really like the Mass Effect series. I'm not as addicted as Tony is, but I really like this series.
The shirt he wears every day.
It's among my top 5 games of all time. And I mean the ending, it was sort of like, in some way you're still screwing either yourself or the human race over. In some way, there's no everything's good and nothing is bad, but I like that because that's how life is. Jesus, Jacob, stop talking. I was just
Jacob, not your turn, man. Jacob, you skipped your turn for this.
I know.
Literally, like, the thing is that that's how life is. Like, there is no perfect choice. There's always good and bad, and I like that because in Mass Effect, there's always bad to counteract the good, and there's always good to counteract the bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, though, that Synthesis is actually a perfect ending because 40,000 years later, it creates a time of peace, and it's the final stage of biological evolution because it fuses biological organisms with synthetics, and that, to me, I don't think there is any.
I'm actually kind of surprised it didn't have something like that beforehand.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, enhancing any biological organism with synthetic parts in any case. I mean, come on, that sounds awesome.
Well, there were still like biotic implants.
Yeah, there were tons of
synthetic implants. Because even right now, talking right now about 2014, they actually have the technology to make deaf people hear again. They can't appreciate music, but they can still hear people talking. And that's through a synthetic implant that they can get in their ears, and that's 100% a real thing that can happen right now, in 2014. There's a video on YouTube. Look it up. It's beautiful. It's like a person hearing for the first time in their life at the age of 30. It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take my turn now. Mass Effect, the series, was probably it's my favorite game series of all time.
Understandable.
What?
Understandable.
Yeah, and it just left such a mark on me that is just amazing.
Mark.
I can't but okay, I'll just skip to the third game because I could talk for this. I can talk about just hours about it.
Yeah,
so let me go over the endings in my perspective. All 3 endings are.
There's 4.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't count the shooting the godchild in the face.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's part of the DLC, I think. So let's just talk about the vanilla 3.
Okay, yeah. And the vanilla 3 are control, synthesis, destroy. I'll start with destroy. Destroy was what Admiral Anderson wanted you to do.
Well, pretty much everyone picked that at first, too, because everyone still wanted what Shepard wanted, because it was too hard to really think about the greater good. It was kind of a selfish choice, but everyone fucking made it.
Exactly. That ending, the ending was the worst of the 3, by far, because if you think about it, the destroy ending basically puts humanity back. Well, not just humanity, all the races back very far. And they have to do all the cleanup and destructions without, obviously, anything advancing. Any help. They literally destroyed all of Reaper technology at that point. And
every technology.
Yeah, and all technology. And even Shepard himself was part of Reaper technology. So he obviously. But then the second best ending, Control. Control in a way is I feel like Control's more the neutral ending, in my opinion. Just because, it's I'm not going to destroy them, but I'm just going to control them and make sure nothing bad happens. But, the way that they did that is Shepard basically is like the mind that controls all the Reapers now, which in a way is really cool. Like, so Shepard never would technically dies in that scenario. So, but then obviously the best one's Synthesis, where everything just seems to have more of a positive outlook in the future of humanity and all the races when you pick Synthesis. And that's the only ending that I believe that Jeff and Joker and Edie get together, stay together.
They do, because I thought that was beautiful in like the extended ending, because Edie has like human parts.
Yeah, exactly.
And Joker has synthetic parts, so they become one and the same. And that was absolutely the coolest thing I ever seen in my life.
That was like
cool.
I literally have goosebumps talking about it right now. That's how amazing it is. Like, if you think about Jacob, I'll talk to you about this for a second. Think about it. Every person and thing is basically wired the same way now. Like, all humans are synthetics, or I'm sorry, now everything is synthetic. So they're like half human, half like, I guess, robot now. And,
think of like robots have like
human
parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Where we're in
everyone's a cyborg.
My vision is augmented.
But
I get it.
Yeah, I got it.
Huh.
But I guess that's enough of what?
Wait.
Okay. I guess that's enough of our Mass Effect talk for a little bit, because we can
Bioshock.
Yeah, all right. Let's go to Bioshock. Tom.
I guess I brought up the point of the combat in the game, and I think for me the ending came a little bit unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Because even the final fight, I was fine with it. I was I guess some people were a little bit Mass Effect-y with it, where they weren't satisfied with the ending or the final battle. Like, they said there wasn't really a boss battle. But the thing is, the last fight that, spoilers, takes place on the airship, Comstock's airship, that shit was hard.
Yeah,
shit was really hard. I don't even think people, I don't know how people could even play this game on 1999 mode, because it's just that fucking difficult, even on easy mode.
It's...
Even with the assistance of the Songbird, that is hard.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
To me, the combat in it was the only thing about the game that bothered me. The only thing that made the game absolutely imperfect. And if it wasn't for this little bit of the combat, the game would have been absolutely the most perfect game ever created. And I think there's only ever been one other game I would call perfect, and that would be Super Metroid, because I can still play that game 20 years later and still not be bored of it and still beat it very quickly and be satisfied with it. But I think the combat system, for me, salts were so difficult to find in the game in certain contexts. Like when you needed them, they were tough to find. Elizabeth would throw you ammo when you needed salts or you needed help. She was like, Booker, catch this ammo. And I'm like, bitch, I am fucking full on ammo. I can pick up this gun right here.
Yeah, exactly.
I need help. Don't make me die. But to me, my thing was I was so conservative of using the vigors and the salts because I was afraid I wasn't going to find any anytime soon. So I didn't use them as often as I would have liked to. I think
I had the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Because when you get further on in the game, you're getting very close to the end when you get Return to Sender, and that is the one I used the most. But I only had to use it maybe 7 or 8 times, separate encounters, and that kind of bothered me because it was really useful, and it was the only one I really felt like I wanted to use and needed to use. The rest of the game, I just used the burst gun the whole time, and I beat the game very quickly with that.
Yeah.
Wait, the burst gun, really? That was it?
Oh yeah, the burst gun, absolutely. As soon as spoilers, I went. Let's be honest, we're talking about spoilers all the time.
Major spoiler. If you haven't realized, spoiler alert already, spoiler alert.
Yeah, when the Asian blacksmith guy, when he's being interrogated by the box or whatever, and you have to find him, and you find him dead in that room. First off, that was the creepiest thing I'd ever seen since Sander Cohen's place in the first game. That was scary.
I agree.
Oh God, Sander
Well, did you play the DLC for Infinite? Because he was in it, and he was equally as crazy.
He was.
Yeah.
I wish I played the DLC.
The new one comes out like next month, the end of next month. I am so stoked for it.
Wait, so part 2 hasn't come out yet, right?
No, it comes out next month, and
Okay,
you play as Elizabeth. It's gonna have more of a stealth approach.
Really? I've played it. I played part 1.
Yeah, part 1 was sweet. Sander was in it. He was like at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, it was very good.
Before you get quote buried at sea.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was which era were we talking about? That was super spooky.
I think that was like the midpoint of the game.
Yeah, what were we talking about again?
The dead body. The dead body.
Asian blacksmith.
Yeah,
when you find.
Yeah,
I want to call him Chung Li, but that's absolutely not it. It's super racist. It was something.
Chung Li.
It was like Lee Chen or something.
Yeah.
When you find him like dead to the chair, and Elizabeth opens up that portal.
Yeah.
Or tear, and you go through the tear, and you're in that alternate universe where the Vox Populi is like rebelling. That shit was like, I don't know. That's when you realize that the game was really serious, and it got a very different vibe at that point. The game wasn't the same since then. But that was also when it opened up that second category of like alternate universe weapons, because like there was an alternate to every gun. Like the alternate to the pistol was the hand cannon.
Yeah.
You had the burst rifle to the machine gun.
Yeah.
No. The repeater of the machine gun. The burst cannon to the Did that one have an alternate? Because I know that there was also the superheater, and there was like the Vox Populi one where it was more like a cannon. The hand, whatever it was called. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played. Like, I beat it like 3 days after it came out, and I think 2 weeks from now is going to be the 1 year anniversary. So it's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been a while. I guess.
I mean,
sorry.
I've done enough talking. Sorry, someone next.
All right, I'll go. Yeah, like BioShock Infinite was one of those games that I feel like was just like, okay, if I was to give a 10 rating, it's like 9 or 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah,
like,
it was
just
perfect.
Because it was just like the combat, just a little off, but other than that, it was a beautifully told story. And for me, what really sells me on a game, I think the story, if the story's not good, it's not a good game at all. Like, I don't care how cool it looks or anything. To me, if there's not a good story attached to it, I don't really care for it that much.
Well, for me, I actually played the second Mass Effect on easy, not to dwell on the topic or to talk more, but I played the second Mass Effect on easy because I was more concerned about the story at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to hear more of what they were talking about.
Exactly. Sometimes I just like, I like games that, maybe it's because that's why I'm huge on Mass Effect, and BioShock Infinite for that matter, because I really like the storylines in games, that I really get into, like, a character, or, like, in, like, a game. Like, I really got into, being Booker DeWitt when playing BioShock Infinite.
Oh, yeah.
It was really...
Didn't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah.
The one thing about Booker to me was that Booker, in some senses, was kind of a total asshole.
Yeah.
And I feel like, because my brother, the way he played the game as if he was Booker, not he was making Booker's choices. So he was still, like, playing the game as if he was the stubborn asshole who just wanted to bring Elizabeth to the place to recover his debt. And as the game plays out, that's not how the story ends up actually working at all.
No.
But here's the thing, though. When I played Mass Effect, I wasn't playing as Commander Shepard. I was Commander Shepard.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I like to immerse myself in characters. Like you said. Like, no, I don't play as Commander Shepard. I didn't play as Booker DeWitt. I was them. Like, I put myself as them and like to basically live it out. And I don't know.
I mean, isn't that really how you should, encounter a story in most cases?
If it's an RPG, I would think. Like, if it's a game where it puts you in the shoes of a character who already has a setting, like who has his own story, that's one thing. But if it plays as a game where it allows you to make your own very diverse and independent choices, play it how you would play it IRL.
So
that means
sort of like Elder Scrolls, or
like the Elder Scrolls, or I would even go as far as saying Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah.
Dragon Age Origins.
I actually didn't play that one as much. I played the beginning a little bit. I was a mage. I don't know. I think it felt too much like it was trying to be a medieval KOTOR, or like a fantasy KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. Classic fucking Xbox right there. Star Wars.
Okay, so I think it's time to let Jake go at the matter now.
Jake?
Wait, at what?
The Bioshock Infinite combat.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I do care a lot about stories and games. However, if the gameplay isn't as engaging as a story is, then that will bring it down a severe amount for me. I mean, there are some games where the way it plays are a symptom of the setting, and that's completely forgivable because, I mean, when a setting, you can't have things that are seeming too out of place. But at the same time, that was one of the big problems that I had while playing Bioshock was that the combat, not the combat system, but the combat in general seemed out of place for the setting.
I can see it. Yeah.
There were some. I will say there were a few complaints about that I heard from people that it was weird that he had to scavenge for things. That might not have completely fit into that realm.
I specifically remember the scene where you fight the ghost of Elizabeth's mother in the graveyard. Yeah. I remember scouring all the buildings around there just looking for ammo and some salts to fight her off.
Well, yeah, I mean, exactly. By that point, the place was already, the city itself was already mostly ruined. So there was a bit of more of a reason to be scavenging there. But I mean, early on in the game when everything was all nice and pristine, and you're still struggling to find, well, actually no, that would make a little bit more sense because everything was more of a peacetime. But just how large the fights were. And how few there were actually other people that weren't involved in the fight but were trying to get out of there, and how many times you just saw these huge places infested with people, and suddenly everyone's gone in an instant for the fight to begin.
Yeah,
it just seemed really off-putting for me.
It felt a little bit lifeless in terms of. At the beginning of the game when you first get, quote, the forced baptism into Colombia, where you see this lively town with this festival going on, and there are these electronic horses pulling carriages, and there are just people everywhere, and shopkeepers, and all this big community, It felt like a little bit that disappeared as the game continued. It's what happened to them? You would assume most of them died after the whole Vox Populi rebellion thing, but still, what happened?
Well, I mean, there are some cases where where there are excuses for some things, like after the Vox
Populi fucking ground being torn apart.
Yeah.
That'll do something.
After the first time that they go through the tear and things change drastically, you can sort of see the reason for things like that. But then there are and this mostly pertains to the beginning of the game or towards the beginning of the game, where the beachfront.
Yeah.
You go through this entire I want to say 30-minute long session. But that's only because I'm the kind of person that goes around and scavenges anyway. I'll explore an entire level and make sure that I got every corner before I move on.
Oh, it's so tempting. Totally. It's so hard not to do that. I find myself stuck. There's that room over there, but story. Okay, room. Gotta go check this out.
It's because the DLCs, even they were announcing the DLCs were a total, or just the DLCs individually. Part 1 of Burial at Sea is a 6-hour maximum game, but you could beat it as early as 3 hours. It took me about 5. And it would only really be 6 hours, I just realized, if you really explore every nook and cranny, Yeah. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, it's not like a game like Fallout where you're going to find some rare loot. It's just I'm going to find some extra ammo.
You go searching because you feel like you need it.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, there was the gear thing, but at the same time, if you didn't get the piece of gear you wanted, you could just save the game, exit out, come back in, and there's your piece of gear, a different one.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of ruined it. I never did that. I know that my brother did because he got a hat he didn't want. I just went with what I got though. Like, but I think what I want to see more of in the next DLC, because apparently it will go back to Colombia. Because I was watching like a behind the scenes video and like Daisy Fitzroy returns or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently they wrote a book about her, which I kind of want to read that.
Yeah, I would actually like.
I thought her story was interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Just simply because of the whole, the number of doors that they opened with the ending. They literally, and I think that's where they really made a good choice. Where other games would fail, especially on the whole, especially when it came to trilogies, where after like the third game, they sort of closed off all doors for advancements that they had. With BioShock, they used that opportunity to open up so many more.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that really made the ending of it mind-blowing was that people were thinking, okay, the ending of the first game and the first two games really, because as much as people didn't like the second one, I loved it. As much as it may have tried to pertain to fanboys with letting you play as a big daddy and all that shit, I still think it was equally as well written and well made as the first game. If not more in terms of the combat, because the combat was so varied, even though I mostly just used the drill. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, by the time you got to the end of Infinite, or you got close to the end of Infinite, like, because you know how the ending of the game is technically like 20 minutes long, and it's just a big cutscene walkthrough thing, where you're like walking on the docks between all the towers, or between all the lighthouses.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it's like, to me, it was, you're thinking when you get to that, before you get to the lighthouse scene, you're thinking, honestly, what could they do that could make the ending of this game more brilliant and more ingenious than the first game and the second game were.
What they did.
The absolute geniuses of it. And then you see all these lighthouses that is a symbol of infinite possibilities, and you think to yourself, oh shit, they could literally have done anything to make this game brilliant.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean too. Is that they, by opening so many doors, they basically made it possible that there is an explanation for any universe that they created afterwards pertaining to BioShock.
It's the ending though makes you think so much, doesn't it?
It does. It really, like I looked it up, and before I even finished reading like the first paragraph of the explanation. And because I beat it like 4 days after it came out, so people, even like the IGN writers, were still like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, exactly.
But like, I was sitting there, and I was slowly trying to piece it together in my mind, and it was cool to get ideas from other people about what it was about, because like, that's what's cool about a game like that when it comes out, like, everybody is still freshly experiencing it. Nobody has studied it yet, so it's just like, everyone's putting ideas together, and when they hear something that maybe they didn't think of at first, and they hear something that somebody says that they didn't think of, they think, oh, wow, that's a great point they bring up. And then they think of more ideas just based on that. It's like stemming out. It's crazy.
Just like the idea, like, I never really thought of, like, alternate universes before BioShock Infinite, really.
Oh, no, neither did I.
Yeah, it just opens up, like, so many things.
I did think about banging my alternate universe self. That's a 2-hour throwback right there.
Yeah, sir. It is. But, like, oh my god. Like, it's so interesting to think that, like, something as simple as, like, oh, me checking this text message, and, like,
What?
You guys want to go for a ride? I have plenty of room in my trunk.
What?
What? Mark, where are you getting this?
What? You don't say anything for the longest periods of time, and you come back with the weirdest stuff, I swear. Okay.
Why, bro? Why?
I'm just gonna give him a metaphorical pat in the back, and, yeah, okay. But the alternate universe, it's so cool to think, okay, I'll go back to my example. Something as simple as me answering this text message, and the alternate universe I didn't. Like, what's so funny?
Everything.
He's Mark.
Is he high?
Imagine the alternate universe where Mark shuts the fuck up.
Dude, can we be there, please? Can we?
Okay, continue. Okay, I was quiet for like the last 20 minutes. Come on.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny.
You could have chimed in any time, buddy.
Go, continue.
That was really it. Yeah. But
Well, actually,
Jake, you wanna?
when I was bringing up the whole exploration thing, that actually brings in another problem that a lot of people had with the game, especially with the last two being so heavy in, well, not so heavy, but basically having more expansive worlds. Bioshock Infinite was surprisingly linear. I mean, there were a lot of, sure, there were a lot of chests and stuff that were hidden in places, but you didn't have to go far to find them, and a lot of places where it seemed like you could have gone somewhere, it just led, it was just like, oh hey, here's something that we'll show you, but we're not going to let you touch it because it's through a door that you for some reason cannot push open.
Yeah.
Well, I think at the same time, I keep saying that all the time. I always say that. I say between every word, whatever.
That's okay, man. I understand.
I don't know. I start sentences off the same all the time, but
I do as well.
With that, I didn't mind that because I came to know and love Bioshock as a game where it wasn't really. I don't think of Bioshock as an RPG where I have this freedom of choice like I would in an RPG. Like take for instance, Oblivion or Morrowind. I don't want to talk about Skyrim because freedom and choice of that is fucked. Yeah. But think about the second game. The entire game takes place on you going from place to place on a fucking train, and what is more linear than a goddamn train?
A drag car racer.
I'm gonna kill you.
Well, there's a big difference though, because there's a system of traveling, but then there's the there's a difference between.
What game were you referring to right now, by the way?
Bioshock.
But there's a huge difference between traveling from place to place and having an area that you're going to the developers know you're going to spend a lot of time in, and that's really where that's where I think that me and a lot of other people might have seen like why have all these places that appear to lead somewhere, but you're just gonna cut them off completely, not even let them go and see that's a dead end, but just sort of teasing them with places that look like they're enterable.
And choices too, like in the beach scene, taking it back there, the beach scene, when you choose between the pendant that Elizabeth wants to buy, whether it's the cage or the bird, it doesn't matter what your choice is in the end.
Yeah.
Which everyone thought it was going to be. Because I think one of the cool things at the very beginning in the carnival scene, when you're just leaving the carnival, when the Lutece twins come up to you. Did you know that, by the way, quick side note, did you know that Rosalind Lutece's voice actress is the same girl who plays the female version of Shepard?
Seriously?
Wait, really?
Yes, the same girl. She also plays Avatar Kyoshi in Avatar The Last Airbender.
That makes so much sense.
Oh my god, yeah.
Femshep.
It's just the fake accent. You wouldn't even know she was faking the accent.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like when you're doing that scene where the Lutece twins make you flip the coin and Robert is wearing that chalkboard over him that has heads crossed out with these tally marks, and every single tally mark, there's not a single tally mark in tails.
Yeah, exactly.
It always lands on heads. That's a constant. But the variable... There's a variable there because it depends. Sometimes Booker, if you replayed the game, because it's at the beginning of the game, so you can notice it if you've tried to replay the game before, Booker will choose heads in some gameplay, or in some playthroughs of the game, and he'll choose tails different times, but no matter what, it always lands on heads. And I think that's something really cool that nobody will ever really pick up much on, but I did, because I tried to replay it on 1999 mode, and that was a terrible idea.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. But
yeah, I see what you get there.
Yeah.
I got to the docks. That was as far as I fucking got.
Do you guys want to jump into this next topic? I'd like to introduce it. You guys know Titanfall, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Titanfall the COD killer? Is it?
No.
No, you don't think so?
Actually, no. I mean, to be completely honest, and this is more of a personal thing for me, I don't like the idea of COD killer because it puts too much stress on.
By COD
the
killer,
notion
it
of
just
COD
means
killer puts too much stress on developers
as
to try
the
to-
ultimate, like, okay, COD killer, COD is just listed as number 1, so
I would write
it's
back
just
real quick.
it has to be something that's better, that, like, not better, but, like, that dethrones it as the game that everyone wants to play.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I don't think there's really going to be a game that's gonna get to that level until COD literally
I can tell
runs
you
out of ideas.
from seeing gameplay that Titanfall has had the possible potential to be the COD killer, but want to know why it can't be?
Why?
Not on every platform.
Right.
It is not on PlayStation.
Yes,
Xbox
I mean,
and PC exclusive. If you're going for a game to be the COD killer, it's got to be on all 3. It's got to be as accessible as COD. It's got to be as, you know what I mean? It's just got to be.
Well, yes, but I mean, why does there have to be a competition in the first place? That's what I'm trying to get at. Because by putting so much stress on the competitiveness between game developers, I mean, competition is good in some respects, like say, okay, like the difference between War Thunder and World of Warplanes. Those are 2 games that are incredibly similar, and the competition is there because of the varying player bases. But at the same time, if you put the stress on a game developer to where it's like the only purpose that they have is to be better than another game, then you sort of close off a lot of roads for them, because then they start trying to compete with the game on the same field, and that sort of blocks development in its own sense.
Yeah, but my question was not why there is, because there will be competition between it always.
Well, yeah, competition will always exist, but I mean, a game should never exist for the sheer purpose of competing with another game.
I don't think you're getting my question the right way. It's not trying to kill COD, but it is, or isn't. Like, they didn't make the game or are trying to be competitive with them. It just is. Like,
well, yeah, but I mean, entering the same playing field as another game, like the whole FPS genre, you're automatically being put at odds with the other games. But
yes, that's what I'm trying to say. That, like, never mind.
What's going on?
I guess we were just talking about the Titanfall.
Okay.
Yeah, I posted another thing in the
see.
at the bottom of it. Yeah. It's not like you're planning on sleeping tonight.
I was. I'm not gonna.
I'm probably crashing at 3 after I do my thing, so it's not gonna bother me too much.
Yeah, go for it then.
But yeah, anyways, I guess my opinion on Titanfall. Are we good, or am I interrupting anyone?
No, you're good. You're good.
All right, cool. I don't want to be that guy.
No, you're fine.
I'm trying to be the center of attention.
You're good, man.
100% sober.
Still.
Titanfall seems like it's a little bit more intelligent than COD.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's. I think if anything has killed COD, COD has killed COD. Call of Duty Ghosts finally got shit reviews.
Yeah,
and
Ghost
here's the thing:
bad.
the game came out, in what was it, October? It was a launch title, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so it was October.
Yes.
It came out in October, and for once, everybody who was over the age of like 18 was playing the game online. Anybody else hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. Okay, that was nasty.
That was good. That's good.
Oh, breathe it in.
Yeah. I'm glad I can't.
Everybody above the age of like 18 was playing Call of Duty Ghosts, and they were finally good at it online, and that's because the fucking COD Olympians, these 12-year-old goddesses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goddess, because they have voices like fucking women.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're 12. I'm one to talk. I'm fucking one to talk. I had a deeper voice in 8th grade than I do right now. True story, actually. But yeah, anyways, COD was... Oh, right. People who were, like, over the age of 18 were suddenly good at it because the COD Olympians weren't going to get it for the Xbox One until December the 25th.
Yeah, exactly.
And at that day, everyone became shitty at the game again.
Exactly.
Because the COD Olympians didn't get their Xbox Ones. Let's be honest, most of them didn't get it anyway. Fun story real quick after that. Just real quick about my brother, because he's a manager of the GameStop in Neptune. What?
Oh boy, do I get discounts?
No. I wish. But yeah, anyways, so like so they weren't good at it for a while, but Titanfall isn't going to kill COD because COD killed COD. Apparently, this is the first game that got really bad reviews, which is surprising because they've been shitty since the second one. I enjoyed the second game. I enjoyed the third game and the first game.
Yeah,
I just didn't like playing. It's like any shooter. I don't like playing any shooter online for the most part, unless I'm playing with my friends because my friends suck at the game, as do I.
Yeah, with COD though, I feel like COD has a lifespan. It's a cycle. Like and it seems like every COD has a shorter lifespan. Like
yes,
like Black Ops 2 had probably I'd say like a 6-month lifespan. But Ghost,
this one's already dead.
Yeah, Ghost was dead within like month 2.
Yeah.
Within month 2 was dead. Like it's been dead for a long time.
I don't know too much about Titanfall. I remember hearing the big craze about it at E3 this year because I'm that asshole who skips school and sits down on my couch and watches the fucking IGN stream on my Xbox 360, 420, or 480p. 420. 480p. Because I have a day one Xbox that still hasn't red ringed and works. True story. I have a day one fucking Xbox 360. Does not have HDMI ports, but it has 3 separate video cables. Like, you know how composite cables are red, yellow, and white? Yeah, it also has a green and blue one, which allows it to go widescreen, but it doesn't have HD.
Okay. Well, that's
yeah, like, I remember hearing about Titanfall at E3 this year, or last year, I guess. I can't wait for E3 this year. Oh my God. Either. But yeah, I remember hearing about it. I hear the craze about it. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool, I guess. It sounds like Armored Core or Chrome Hounds meets, like, Call of Duty or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like Halo more.
Yeah.
Speaking of Halo, Destiny. Oh my God, I can't wait for that.
Destiny.
I regret so much. Should we add that to the topic? Should that be the last topic?
No. Anime should be the last topic because I haven't done my anime book.
Alright, Destiny and then anime.
Okay.
Plus the other topic I have.
I want
that'll be the Flash topic, though.
I want the one we have in there. I think I want that to be the last one.
The Mass Effect?
So Destiny first?
Yeah.
Alright, so wait, which one? So Mass Effect,
last.
We'll do Destiny, anime, and then Mass Effect?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, just real quick to finish up my Titanfall rant. I don't know if anybody else finished.
Yeah,
I was watching, I think it was 2 days ago, IGN did a stream of the beta, and I was just checking in every 10 minutes or so. I was playing Katawa Shoujo. I don't know how to pronounce the first word, whatever.
That's cool.
Katawa. I think it's Katawa. I think it's right. For the most part, I think that's right. I know Shoujo because I listen to Slime Girls. Great band. But yeah, anyways, I was checking in every once in a while on the live stream. That was really cool. It looked interesting. But I also noticed that the game doesn't have a single-player campaign, which might be the downfall of Titanfall itself.
That might be it, too.
Because it doesn't. Because it seems like it's mostly just a core multiplayer game. It might have a story multiplayer, but it doesn't have a single-player campaign.
Yeah, that might.
Games that are like that than people think. Really.
Well, no,
but
I know. Like we're
think
talking
about Brink. Brink was the same kind of game. That game was its own downfall. Because there's such a thing, it might last because Team Fortress 2 is a strictly multiplayer shooter, and that game is still fucking hopping.
Yeah.
That game, I feel like Team Fortress 2 may never die.
Yeah, there is a story to it, but it all goes on behind the scenes, and you can keep up with it.
Well, it's like I've talked to you too about this. Mark, have you ever played Dark Souls?
Yes.
You have? Okay. Because it's like, not to dwell on that real quick, but real quick, Dark Souls has this story that you don't even notice is there unless you look in depth to it, but you can still enjoy the game without knowing what the story is. Speaking of Dark Souls 2, March 11th, my body is ready. My fucking body is so ready. I'm skipping school that whole week. I'm just gonna fucking sit there and I'm gonna just fucking indulge in it. Because it's like talking about the Bioshock endings where everyone's piecing it together. Dark Souls, like in the new game, in the first game, everyone knows what's going to happen now because people have left hints throughout the game and there's guides for it. Everything has been studied. The new one, though, no one knows what's going to happen, and that's what makes playing the game the first week of its release beautiful.
Yes, exactly.
Anyways, what topic? Did we all finish this topic, or are we moving on? Are we staying on it?
Actually, I still have a few.
All right, Jake, go.
All right, if you have something.
Okay, two things actually. Actually, no, yeah, just one thing. But going back to the whole COD killer thing, there's no real way to make a game that'll kill another game. The only way a game will die.
Rock Band and Guitar Hero, eat a dick.
Yep, there.
Yeah, but
I'm kidding.
the only way for a game to die off is if it kills itself. By that I mean like if it's very visible that that things are starting to go a bit downhill and they're developers starting to run out of ideas. Like think about Armored Core versus Mech Warrior. Both of those games. The fan bases for both of those games have been they've been at odds for who knows how long now.
I love Armored Core. I would make sweet love to my neck.
How do you think you're so good at it?
Yeah.
You gotta bond with them.
And when you think about it, though,
laser sword up my butt and make sweet love to my tender body.
I think we killed the subject.
Alright, anyways.
Alright, Destiny.
When you think about it, though, it's pretty much between MechWarrior and Armored Core, it's pretty much the same thing with Battlefield between Battlefield and Call of Duty. MechWarrior would be like the Battlefield of the 2 series, and Armored Core would be more like Call of Duty, where there are some realisms, but at the same time there are also a lot of unrealisms.
They're slightly different games with the same genre.
They're two different games within the same genre, and that's why the competition exists. And really, it even follows the same sort of competition line where both fan bases went a long time without hearing about the other game, and once they did, start getting compared, suddenly everyone is hoping for the next game that is made to finally shut down the competition, and it just never happens.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Hawken?
I have. And
it's kind of like Titanfall without the ground troopers, because the way I see it, Titanfall is almost like Hawken meets Halo. It combines both of them.
Yeah.
But I think Hawken is actually a pretty good game. I played the beta for it. It was pretty fun. But there were some exploits in it that made it so that people figured out super easy ways to be super good at it, and that just made it unfun. The game was imbalanced at that point.
That's what happens with a lot of games, really. I think all the pro circuits for even something like Counter-Strike, the pro circuit had, there was bunny hopping, I think there was some grenade jumping where they could use it where you jumped over a grenade as soon as it exploded, and the blast would punch you really high up, and you could use that to get a single shot on someone, or even get up to some place that people shouldn't be able to go.
Yeah.
And really, that's sort of an inevitable thing with games, where after a while, or even it could be really soon or it could be really far down the line, but at some point people are going to start finding things that make it really easy for them.
Well, on that topic, just real quick, back to Dark Souls. There were items and builds people found in Dark Souls to exploit the game, and to some extent, the creators of the game From Software, they actually made patches to nerf the items that made people overpowered in the game. But what's cool about it is that you don't find in many other gaming communities, like, not gaming communities, but like people who play a game and consider themselves part of that game's community, like a Call of Duty community or like a Halo community, you know what I'm saying. The Dark Souls community actually agreed that, hey, this is stupid, this game's supposed to be about our skills rather than exploiting the game to get good at it, because what's the fun of the game? It's a hard game, that's the point of it. So what's the point of trying to exploit that? It's overcoming it, not cheating it. And that was really cool. So people all started agreeing, hey, using these items that are super overpowered is fucking stupid. Let's just try to use our power, like, let's use our skills. And that's what people did. And whenever we found people in the community who were exploiting those overpowered things, we would actually end up destroying them, because we found ways to make skill more powerful than powerful weapons. And that's something you don't see anywhere else, and that's awesome to me.
Yeah.
Alright, do you guys want to talk about Destiny now?
Destiny. Sure.
Alright, well, I honestly am not too good on the subject of Destiny, so I'll let you guys go on this one.
Do you want me to go first? To start off, I guess that a good place to start would be with the sort of hype that's being put up to it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want me to go, I guess?
I guess so.
Alright, well, if you want to go, that's cool. It just seemed like it was getting very quiet there for a second, and that's not good on a podcast.
No, it's not.
God damn, it's been going a while. Anyways, I guess I had, recently had to get a new GameStop power-up card account, because I used to use my brother's account, and we would kind of share it, but since he's a fucking GameStop manager now, I can't do that, so I had to make my own last month. So when I got the card, it came with a free copy of the Game Informer magazine, and this month's, like, cover story was about Destiny. So I read more and more about it. Like, I was already interested in the game to begin with, because I thought the whole choice of choosing between 3 classes and 3 races was super cool for a shooter, like a futuristic shooter. And in some cases, it almost seems like a post-apocalyptic shooter in ways. It seems like Halo meets Borderlands, but better. It's because you can't compare it to other games, because the way they're describing it sounds like it's something of a completely new species, but it's still in that shooting genre. It's not a shooter RPG, it's not a shooter MMO, it's not anything in between. It's something ahead of it. And if that is done right, this game is going to start something of new proportions. And I think Dark Souls did that to an extent, where it didn't redefine a genre, but it almost created a new sub-branch of it. And I think Destiny is going to do that, with the whole drop-in, drop-out system and what?
If they pull it off.
If they pull it off. But we're going to talk hypothetically if they pull it off. I have faith in them. Because the last Halo game Bungie made was really good, and suddenly when Bungie stopped making Halo,
Halo
got pretty shitty.
Bungie's a very good company.
Reach was fun to play with my friends, though. We used to sit around eating pizza and listening to Big D and the kids' table and playing. That was fun.
But
honestly, I think that's something that's really sort of getting in the way sometimes, and this is actually more of a good and a bad thing. But the pressure that a lot of people are sort of under now to make a game that's good for the competitive scene, at the same time it's also being good for the casual players, which honestly I don't think is gonna be that easy to do in any regard.
Oh, of course not.
No, it's not. But I think if they can do it right, as you said.
I mean, it sort of gets to a point where they sort of start to take away stuff that doesn't really affect the gameplay all that much, but simply because they want it to be, competition worthy. They just want, every little thing that they think would be a bug to be out.
Alright, well, do you guys want to go to anime now?
Alright, I've been watching this ecchi anime called Kiss X Sis. It's about 2 sister-in-laws who try to sexually
let Tom talk.
their brother-in-law. Alright, Mark.
This is my anime talk. Yeah, no, we'll go into the topic of anime. Just let me get the one anime out that I chose for today.
Go right ahead. I'll mute my mic so I don't do anything stupid.
Thank you, Ashley.
I
just how like all of us just like turned against him. Like, whoa, dude.
I didn't turn against him. I wanted him to keep talking.
Tom Hardy Cash Money? Fuck that guy. He's an asshole.
Okay, so
I wanted Tom to continue.
Recently, due to the idea of Valentine's Day, I decided, I'll dig up one of the old romance animes that I never finished, and I'd start watching it again. And the anime that I chose was Tonari no Kaibutsu-kun, which I definitely watched that.
Bless you.
But thank you. It also translates to English as My Little Monster. And the first 3 episodes were extremely bland, which is why I stopped after the first 3 episodes, but I didn't realize, like, the gold mine that I missed. Like, episode 4, everything changed. It immediately became a better anime in my eyes. Like, the story, the plot, just the whole romance idea of the anime just, like, multiplied, and it was amazing. And, yeah, I recommend it. It's a general, high school romance type deal, but sort of a bit on the, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a good romance anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've had enough of those, actually.
I know, just because it was Valentine's Day.
Are we doing round robin anime talking?
If Tom, you can just jump in if you'd like to.
Yeah, you can jump in now.
Yesterday, it was yesterday. No, I definitely wouldn't call it a romance. It's a comedy, absolutely. It was an anime that derived from a manga. If you say manga, you're a fucktard.
Manga.
Manga.
That I think people, especially people who've been on the internet, would know the author of his last name is Azuma, Kiyohiko Azuma. He's the writer. He's best known for writing this, as well as Yatsuba, which has more recently become the logo of 4chan. Rule number 1, don't talk about 4chan.
No, don't talk about them. They'll come
rule number
after
2,
us.
Don't talk about 4chan. Sorry. But,
dude, they'll come after my channel, man. Don't talk. Don't say those names.
Rule number 3, O'Doyle rules. Rule number 4, there are no rules.
Yes.
Trumped. Get on my
Rule
level.
34 is my favorite.
Rule 35.
Honestly, let's talk about Rule 34 for a second. I love it. Anyways, back to that. I was watching as a manga yesterday. I've recently gotten back into that because I watched it when I was like maybe 10 or 11. I fucking love that. That is my favorite anime next to Dot Hack.
No, Dot Hack.
Dot Hack is my favorite anime. That, honestly, if I were to listen to the soundtrack right now, that would bring me to my knees in tears. The games in it too are awesome. The games in the series, but that Dot Hack sign specifically is the most beautiful fucking anime I've ever seen in my life. The music and the soundtrack was perfect. The story was perfect. It wasn't 100,000 fucking episodes like every other anime in the world.
Yeah,
they knew how to do it right. There were 20 episodes per series, 3 series. Series. There were 3 of them. But yeah, that was, I think, what really got me into anime. And I remember me and my brother used to share a room when we were kids. We had a bunk bed. He was on the, I was in the top bunk. And I remember waking up around 6 a.m. once on a Saturday or maybe a Sunday. And I remember seeing the TV on. I thought it was like Cowboy Bebop or like Outlaw Star or something. And I was like half asleep, all groggy, 6 years old. Like, Kyle, what is this? And he was like, oh, this is Dot Hack. And I was like, this is kind of cool, and I just fell back asleep, whatever. And I remember going out to like the mall, because remember when people used to go to malls?
Yeah,
I went to the
those
mall,
exist.
and there was that bookstore there at Monmouth Mall, the one near the food court.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still there. I haven't been there in a while.
I haven't been to the mall in a very long time.
I last time I went was just to go see the Hunger Games at midnight theater. I haven't actually been in that mall forever. Except maybe to go to Cold Stone, because I do have a gift card.
Yeah, it's like the only Cold Stone around.
Yeah, well, I missed the one that used to be on 35.
Yeah, by
next to
Perkins. Yeah, I used to go there all the time.
They still haven't done anything with that place. It's just fucking covered up in newspapers.
Yeah.
Guys, I actually gotta go because my family's yelling at me for being too loud, so...
Alright, dude, we only have, like, one more topic left, so if you need to head off now, go for it.
Yeah, it was good to be here as always, so, see you guys next week.
Alright,
Mark?
See you, Mark. Peace
Pleasure.
out, Lyrical.
See you.
Have a good night, bud. Thanks for being on tonight.
Yeah.
Alright, so now...
Alright, so I guess let's just close it up with the last topic, and then whatever you do
or,
close it.
Or we could have a fun podcast now that Mark... No, I'm kidding.
He's gonna come back and listen to this like, oh shit.
Yeah, he's gonna come back, and he's gonna come back in the call, like, right now, be like, I know you're talking about me. But...
Alright, then I guess just real quick, one thing. I sent you that pic of me with the empty donut box.
Yeah.
That has to be the picture that is still framed throughout the entire YouTube video.
Do you want it today?
Yes, absolutely.
Alright.
The way you just have normally, whatever you do, there, just like that.
You want that
logo.
picture?
No. Fuck that. Make it a picture of the donut box.
Okay, I will.
Alright, anyways, last topic.
You get 0.1 of a second, okay?
I can guarantee you'll be in there. It won't be the entire time, though, because that...
Most of it.
You get half a second.
Okay. The message... Yeah, actually, it'd kind of be funny if it was half a second. It just kind of shows up real quick and disappears. Like halfway through the video, just randomly there.
It'll be in there. It'll be in there at some point.
The last one. Who was your romantic partner in the first Mass Effect game?
Oh, in the first one, it was Ashley. I'll be honest.
I think it was Ashley for me because I actually didn't play the first one I played the first half of it.
Yeah.
And then I said, this kind of sucks. Because to me, it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. So what I actually ended up doing was buying that $5 thing on the Xbox Live Marketplace, where it just lets you make all the crucial decisions and you watch the cutscenes.
Yeah.
I played the last two games though, and they were significantly better.
Yeah,
I still to this day don't like the first game.
I honestly liked the first game a lot. But it got so much better going into the second game. I would honestly say Mass Effect 1
the second game was the best.
Yes, I would also say that. I would say Mass Effect 1 was a very good game.
It was a good starter.
But then when Mass Effect 2... I think Mass Effect 2 might be my favorite game I've ever played.
It's a great game.
It's such a great game.
If it were up to me, I would have probably picked Liara, because Liara is my waifu forever.
Mm-hmm. But for
the first game.
For the first game.
For the second game, I also would have picked Liara,
but
if I wasn't too poor to afford the DLC.
Yeah.
Where you could choose her.
You can.
So I chose the only other real choice, Miranda.
Yeah, I understand your choice. I personally wanted to
If Kelly Chambers was a choice, I would have picked her, though.
Yeah.
If it wasn't just Get a Lap Dance.
Yeah, basically. I honestly picked...
However, you can repeat that one, so it was tempting.
Yeah. I honestly picked Tally for my romance.
Tally killed herself in my game.
Not
in the last game.
Not mine.
That was sad. She was just like, you. I don't even remember the choice I made, but it was just like, you killed my entire race. Boom, she throws herself off a fucking cliff. Like, okay,
yeah. She didn't die in my game.
Yeah, I apparently, I don't remember what the choice
you
was.
Chose
so maybe I didn't understand what the choice was.
I know it. Yeah, you probably didn't. You chose the Geth over the Quarians. So you did.
I think that might have been it.
No, that's the only way Tally dies.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I'm probably going to replay them soon. I remember the hardest choice I ever made in the game was in the second game during Garrus's loyalty mission.
Yes.
The choice of whether or not to warn the guy he was about to shoot or to let him shoot him. That was hard.
Yeah, that was really hard.
But I never wanted to be Paragon, and I think the only Paragon choice I ever made in Mass Effect was when you're fighting Kai Lang in the third game,
Okay.
and you shoot him. Like, it gives you the Paragon choice to shoot him, and Shepard's just like, "That's profane, you motherfucker."
Do you mean Renegade? Because
What?
Renegade's the darker side.
Oh, did I say Paragon?
Yes, you said Paragon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I always pick Paragon.
I was gonna say, I
I
always pick Paragon. The greatest Paragon was in the third game, where Kai Lang is like coming back up. It's in the same fight, and like he just like opens up the Omni tool and gets him. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like that. Do you know what scene I'm talking about? Like.
Yeah,
like Kai Lang's coming up with his sword.
Doesn't that take place in the Elusive Man's like?
Yes, and Shepard's on his like
observation
computer, and like Kai Lang comes up with the sword and is like right behind him, about to kill him, and then in like an instant, Shepard breaks the sword and kills him.
Yeah. No, I actually didn't choose that because the way I killed him, I shot him with the Paragon choice or with the Renegade choice.
Yeah, I honestly didn't. I got to kill him there.
Okay, yeah. Because
that was amazing.
I think I actually cried a little bit when Morden died. Because he was my favorite character.
When Morden dies, yeah.
When he's going up the elevator singing Scientist Swearing,
he's
I legitimately threw the controller at the ground. I was screaming at the TV.
That was a sad moment.
My family was screaming at me to tell me to shut up, and I was like crying.
Yeah, that was a rough moment. Cause
that hurt.
Yeah, that definitely hurt because, and it sucks so much because it's like he cured the genophage though. Like
it did cure the genophage, but I think there's also a choice where you let him live, but the genophage doesn't get cured.
Yeah,
but he also hates you for it, and I almost think that would hurt more.
I prefer.
He was a martyr. He wasn't.
Yeah, he was
just someone dying. He was a martyr.
I think there's 3 possible ways it could go. There's the one where there's actually a way to make him live with Paragon, and
it was Renegade, I think.
Well, it's confusion because it's a Renegade decision to not do the genophage, but you use all the Paragon speech options, and you convince Morden to work on the Crucible.
Okay.
Instead.
I'm actually looking this up now because I love Morden.
Yeah, but the genophage doesn't get cured in that situation.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah, and in the third game again, I picked up Tally again. It was hard for me to stray away from my decision.
Yeah, I think that Tally was like one of like, if not the most popular, I think it was the second most popular.
No. Tally was not far from the most popular. I would honestly say that. Because I'm the only person I talk to that's ever, and like, that I've really researched and talked to, that picked Tally. Tally is it's a choice that a few people made. Like, okay, I would say like, maybe like 10% of the players picked Tally. Maybe something like that. When like, I would honestly say the most is picked is probably Leora.
Yeah.
I think Leora is probably the best. Well, not the best, but like, you know what I mean, the most picked choice. And then
for the romance?
Yeah, for the romance. I would say probably Leora.
I ended up with Leora in the third game, and that was when we made the connection before the final battle in the third game. I felt it. I felt
it. Tom's like, I felt it. It was weird, but I felt it.
Who'd you pick in the second game?
Tally. I picked Tally second and third.
Right. And did you pick her in the third?
Yes.
Okay.
Second and third was Tally. And
Leora's my waifu.
Yeah, Tally's the one I picked. and I don't, no regrets.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But I would like
so much regret. No.
Yeah. But I would like to just I know we're coming to end the podcast. I would like to say this by far is the longest podcast we put on.
Yeah. It's just been going on for what, like 2 hours, 20 minutes?
Yeah. Right. Wow, you very close. It's 2 hours and 23 minutes and 30 seconds.
Damn.
So that is, it's very good.
However, I just want to throw this last bit in here though, and not really for discussion, but rather just saying in my opinion. I saw I do sort of I put gameplay and story on equal levels when it comes to games because if the gameplay isn't the kind of thing that can keep me interested long enough to continue the story, then it'll sort of break the pacing for me,
Yeah, I definitely see what you mean.
I think.
The perfect game obviously needs both.
Yes.
But there are certain times where I can kind of let it go for having a weaker combat
Story.
system or for a very good story.
Yeah.
Like I honestly think games like what was it called? Like Beyond Two Souls is an interesting game.
Ellen Page Simulator.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah, right.
Because she's also the Last of Us girl.
Yeah, I know. But like, for me, it was
joke.
Yeah, I got you. But I really like the games. Like those games are basically just story, and I can get into those.
What's that one? Dear Esther, that doesn't even have gameplay besides walking, right?
I don't think I know that one, to be honest.
Yeah, that's like I think. Fuck. Oh, damn it. I don't remember anymore. I think it was made with maybe it's Gmod, but maybe,
yes, I know what game you're talking about.
It's
yes.
Oh, you mean like Source
Engine? I don't remember. It's like a game where it's 100% story based. You don't have to click or touch anything.
Yeah,
exactly. You just walk and the game plays itself out.
Exactly.
And you can beat it within an hour.
It kind of is like a Stanley Parable.
Yes, it's like a Stanley Parable.
Yeah, it's
so it was a Source Engine game.
It's a Source Engine.
It is a Source Engine.
I just looked it up now. Source Engine.
But just to quickly talk, I really love the Stanley Parable.
Well,
I love it. It was awesome. I thought it was really cool.
You know what? I don't want to talk about it on the podcast after we finish recording. I'm going to tell you a cool story about the Stanley Parable and the music.
Okay. Oh,
I'm comfortable talking about it while recording.
That's cool. Yeah, I guess. Does anyone have any last minute things they want to say?
I absolutely did, and I forget it.
Okay, that's fine.
Hold up, let me look.
All right. I'll wait. We can wait a second. I mean,
holy hell. I just realized
what
I'm playing Elder Scrolls, and I just walked from Riften to Windhelm without even thinking about it.
Damn, shorty.
Wow.
I don't like to walk.
I was just wandering. I went from Riften all the way to Windhelm.
There are too many bears. I don't like to walk that path, dude. I warp or I take a carriage.
Dude, I killed every bear.
I can't wait till I have a good computer so I can actually play the game with mods and all this fancy nice stuff.
That's what my problem. I just run off of a gaming laptop.
Because apparently Skyrim can play really well. It plays as well as Morrowind or Oblivion did, with as much content if you play it with enough mods. But you need a good enough computer to run it. So.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Even
it struggles with being poor.
Yeah. First world problems.
It's not first world. My computer's just actually more mid range, and it's going great for me.
Yeah. You have it completely modded
out?
My
computer was alright. It could run Skyrim on medium settings. Now it probably couldn't run it on low, because when I got it fixed back in August, I had to get it completely. We had to reinstall the Windows
so
drivers.
Much metal.
So I lost everything, and apparently my video card drivers fucking disappeared because I have switchable graphics. I have a shitty mobile Intel card. I don't know why Intel makes graphics cards. Fuck you, Intel. And I also have a really nice AMD Radeon card, but that disappeared. So I can't play good games anymore. However, because of that, it originally was just a mobile Intel HD card. It now says that it's a Intel HD 3000 card, which has allowed me to play Amnesia, which I couldn't play prior to having that. It's a very weird situation.
Yeah, and
so it's a win-lose kind of thing. I win because I can play Amnesia now, but I lose because I can't play any real games because it's too slow. And I'm pissed I spent $30 on DayZ because even playing on low is a little bit laggy, and some fucking 12-year-old killed me the other day. Shit.
And talking about Amnesia, I think I keep thinking about doing like playing it maybe as like a let's play and put on
Have
my
you ever
channel.
played it?
I've tried. I can't. Like I get I'm so scared when I play.
It is hard. Well, I actually have you were asking me before the podcast started about streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
I have a Twitch channel, and I think 3 of the videos, I have 4, I think.
Yeah.
3 of them are of me playing Slender.
Oh.
Back before the game became a big craze. It was like right when it came out, nobody had really heard of it yet, so there weren't a million 12-year-olds bragging about it. It was like right when it came out, I heard about it on 4chan or whatever. And it had just come out, and I'm terrified with these kinds of things. Like,
dude, I get so
Kevin
scared.
and Ed used to go to Fright Fest with me just so they could see me freak out at everything there.
Dude,
so I was playing that, and I was horrified. Just that alone, a basic game like that was scary. So to play a almost psychological game like Amnesia, and I haven't even streamed that. That is scary shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other video of like the 4 is just like a Dark Souls thing I did.
Yeah, but like
on Skype.
I think I think I might want to do something like that as well soon. Like because like I know I would hate playing it, but it's so entertaining for other people.
Let me add it one time because I really want to play that.
All right, here's the thing. Here's what we're gonna do then. Make it an episode of the podcast. However, I guess if it's an episode of the podcast, we're going to be here. We have to listen to you play this game. We're not going to tell you what's going to happen, but if any of us have played it, Jacob, you should play it and try to beat it by the time.
Are we talking about Amnesia or Slender?
Know where he's at.
Yeah.
Because I still haven't beaten it yet. I'm getting very close, but yeah, man. If you were to stream that, that would be funny. And that would make you a little bit less nervous to play it because you're at least talking to people.
Yeah, exactly.
While you're in the dark playing this horrifying.
If you want to get through it, all right. Find some way to break the immersion because then you feel less personal danger and more.
Being on Skype would break the immersion a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably would.
Nice.
Hey, that's a great idea, actually.
Next week on background noise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. I'll work at it. I guess, you want to call it an episode, I guess?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, guys, this is, to the audience,
name.
This has been episode 6 of Background Noise, with our special guest, Tom. Very special.
Fuck that guy.
My TTT server is calling me to, go be my moderator now anyway, so it's perfect timing. Okay. Thank you for watching. You guys want to say goodbye to the audience?
Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.
All 301 of them.
Yeah, all 301 plus of them. All 301 plus.
If you were 301, we've been expecting you.
Yeah. 302, you probably won't. You'll be here, but you're not really here. You won't get credited. You're that plus sign, 302. You're that plus sign. But there's a little thing on the podcast where I'd like to get the last word. So, last word.